Hey, this is John Silver of The Dark Order, and I got a shout out to the fat drunk Ceizar, the voice crackling virgin brettzky, and the mediocre mangina filled. Let's all welcome back the after party hangover, and now let the tripod session resume. All hail Linda's Bush and the Plan B omelets.
I'm trapping.
What up, mofos? That's right. We back from vacation. I'm with the boys, and we are here to do the after party hangover, a show that talks about shows with three ignorant mofos. That's right. It's your boy Big Carpe right here, freshly back. You know what I do? I sling the sauce because I'm the boss, and I'm always drunk, getting you crunk, dropping rhymes all the time. Damn, I didn't even mean to do that shit. But it's me, 1/5 of the hashtag world order. And I am joined by the man who is finer than wine 99 times out of 99. He is the leader of the faux pod. He is the leader of the Reedy Attitude. He is the leader of the smart team of this three, because I'm definitely an idiot. Mangria is just a drunk like me. He is the great, the Brett, the Ski, the 99. How you doing, brother? How's college life?
99.
Hey, you'll lose your voice. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I actually gone to a new school recently, the Thatch Can School of Wrestling.
Nice.
As promised on this week's episode of the Tripod. I'm sad you weren't here for the Fine Cameron Grimes t-shirt. Excuse me, Fine Cameron Grimes t-shirt, Ceizar.
I'm glad I missed that. I'm so glad. So glad. Couldn't have worked out better for me in my life. um, and always rounding it out, he is the man that launched 1,000,000 pods. He is the one, the only. He is, I guess, related to Tin Cunts. He is the white slave of the SRP Army, but we love him still. He is the one. He is the only. He is the man with that cool-ass poster in the back that you see every time. Right there. He is the Mangria. Fueled. Afternoon, sir, in your land. It's evening here, but afternoon for you.
Thank you, Big Carpe, Brettzky. Gentlemen, it's going to be a nice tripod sessions here. The return of the tripod sessions and after party hangover. Shout out to Sticks Adam because I'm jumping on his bandwagon, Ceizar. He convinced me. I had to rush into the liquor store real quick. So, Sticks, I'm on your bandwagon, buddy. We're doing it. Mike's way.
Pop that shit.
Cheers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, gentlemen, let's get right into it. The homework this week was out of the $1,000,000,000 blockbusters that WWE Films have produced over the years. Your favorite of all time, of any era, starring any actor. Just your number one. If you have an honorable mention, you can drop that too. I'm going to start off with the man with the plan, Mangria. Give us your greatest WWE film.
Do you guys want me to run down the list? Because there is a fuck ton. There is way more than I thought there was.
Are you talking about your list or the full list of all the movies?
The full WWE Studios, WWE Films. You want me to go down the entire list?
Break it down, man. Break it down. One time for the people at home so you can decide, and hopefully you write in the comments because I'm always in the comments. Page.
Yeah.
On the YouTube page, you guys drop your favorite WWE films. Mangria is going to run down the list. Some of it. So grab your drink. Tripods is beginning. We're getting the fuck shit up. And Mangria, break it down for me after that mean sip. The list.
Well, Ceizar, all the way back when, in the year 2003, the very first WWE Studios, WWE Films production was The Rundown, starring The Rock. 2004, Walking Tall, starring The Rock. 2006, this is my pick for the list. This is my favorite one. See No Evil with Kane, because it's a horror movie. I love horror. And there was titties and ass. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh shit, Kane getting laid. But I saw that in the theater way back in 2006. Also
in the theater.
Also in 2006, The Marine starring John Cena.
My wife.
2007, The Condemned, starring Stone Cold. Behind Enemy Lines, Colombia, Mr. Kennedy. 2009, 12 Rounds, starring John Cena. The Marine 2, starring Ted DiBiase Jr. Where has he been? 2010, Legendary, John Cena, Knucklehead, Big Show. The Chaperone, 2011, Triple H. That's What I Am, Randy Orton, where he's this big old jacked, tan, tattooed dude in the 50s, y'all trying to be a kid's mentor and shit. I thought that was funny. Inside Out, starring Triple H. The Reunion, starring John Cena. 2012 was Bending the Rules, starring Edge. The Day, no WWE wrestlers. Barricade, no WWE wrestlers. The Marine 3, that's Miz's first Marine movie in 2013. Dead Man Down, starring Wade Barrett. The Call, starring David Otunga, but more importantly, the sexy Halle Berry.
You know it.
No One Lives with Brodus Clay. Wow.
Brodus Clay got a movie?
Does. Queens of the Ring, never heard of it. There's various cameos. 12 Rounds 2, that's when Orton took over that franchise that died immediately. Christmas Bounty, starring The Miz. 2014, we get our first animated Scooby-Doo WrestleMania mystery with various voices.
Oh, man. I remember seeing those ads on the fucking pay-per-view nights.
Starting to come back, yeah.
Oculus, which I saw in the theater. Terrible. It was a horror movie, so, you know. Road to Paloma, no wrestlers. Leprechaun Origins, starring Hornswoggle.
I was going to say, let's guess who was in that one.
Oh, fuck.
You guys want to guess who's in these movies? Make it funner?
Nah, we're already so far in.
Okay.
Down that rabbit hole.
This is when See No Evil 2 came out with Kane.
I'm
Terrible.
guessing Kane.
It's terrible. Jingle All the Way 2 with Santino. 2015, The Flintstones and WWE Stone Age SmackDown, various voices. The Marine 4, The Miz and Summer Rae. Vendetta with The Big Show. 12 Rounds 3 with Dean Ambrose. The Condemned 2 with Randy Orton. Santa's Little Helper with The Miz and Paige. 2016, there is a lot. Countdown with Dolph Ziggler and Kane. Term Life with Cain Velasquez. I didn't know he was in WWE in 2016.
Never even knew that.
Scooby-Doo and WWE Curse of the Speed Demon, featuring various voices. Interrogation with Edge and Lana. Incarnate with Mark Henry, never heard of it. Eliminators with Wade Barrett. Now we're to 2017. Surf's Up 2. Wave Mania with various voices. The Resurrection of Gavin Stone with HBK. The Jetsons and WWE Robo WrestleMania with various voices. The Marine 5 with The Miz, Maurice, Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, Naomi. Slight, Pure Country, Pure Heart with HBK. Armed Response with Seth Rollins. Birth of the Dragon, never heard of it, no wrestlers. Killing Hasselhoff, never heard of it, no wrestlers. 2018, Mohawk with Luke Harper. The Marine 6 with The Miz, Becky Lynch, Shawn Michaels. The Miz dies, spoiler alert. Blood Brother with R-Truth, never heard of it. 2019, Fighting with My Family, has The Rock, Big Show, Sheamus, Miz, Zelina Vega. And upcoming, it says it's released already, never heard of it, The Main Event.
Netflix
Released
special.
this year. Oh, is that what that little kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I saw that. Sheamus, Miz, Kofi, Beth Phoenix, Mauro Ranallo, Baba Tunde, Ayegabusi,
Sure.
Keith Lee. Those are all of the WWE films. I made my pick. Who's next?
Bretsky, would you like to bless us with your pick, sir?
God damn. I thought there were more. Wasn't there like Scorpion King and like that thing where like Hulk Hogan fought this guy Zeus or some shit?
That was WWF Studios. No, I don't know.
Okay. Getting all semantically correct on me. Yeah, so The only one I've ever seen is The Chaperone, so I'm just gonna say The Chaperone. It was bad, but it's the only one I've ever seen, so it's I can't really judge anything else.
Wow.
Yeah. It was on like funny enough, it was probably on like TNT or some of that other bullshit. Like I was just like flipping through channels and bored. Like it was like a weekend. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. It's Triple H in it. Big mistake, but you know.
Yeah. I've actually seen 12 Rounds 3 with Dean Ambrose, and it's horribly bad. It's not even like a good bad movie. He's like a cop who comes back from getting like something, and there's like bad cops in the precinct, and the precinct gets shut down, and he's trying to fight his way out, but he literally only has 12 rounds in his gun.
Oh, that's the title. That's the title.
But
Like if you watch the trailer, at one point he's like last round. That part is actually in the movie. He has like one round left. He's like last round, and he's like going into like the big fight with the boss bad cops at the end. I'm like, oh, this is so horrible. I think he actually shoots and kills 2 guys with like 1 bullet at one point. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I just like to imagine Mangria just in the theater all by himself, watching some of this fuck shit.
no,
Like,
there were actually a decent amount of people. I've seen a third of the WWE films, not in the theater. I saw See No Evil, of course. I saw The Marine. The rest were at home.
My pick was the
Oh
very
no,
first.
wait! Fighting with Your Family. I saw that in the theater. That was an empty theater.
Nice. My pick was the Rundown with The Rock.
Oh yeah.
I've fucking seen that movie a couple of times. The intro is probably like the best part. And Stifler just being Stifler for an hour and a half, and then this is back when Rock was like the Rock and not the boulder that he is right now. Fucking 3 times as huge cut motherfucker right now. But no, it's still like a good bad movie to watch that you can watch over. Christopher Walken. Just like Christopher Walken. It's crazy. He's great.
Out of all of the movies I just listed, I would recommend The Rundown the most to Bretsky to check out. That is the funnest one of all.
Rundown is actually probably the best movie you watch in a good hour and a half.
Yep.
Interesting. I'll probably won't check it out, but interesting.
You don't really. It should have probably be on USA at some point. Like they always seem to.
Oh yeah.
Well, they keep
The
playing
movie
Walking
night.
Tall. They play
they
Walking Tall all the time.
Which is funny because they play it on TNT. So
Yeah.
Vince has probably got some kind of weird thing over there. They probably play it right. I think they played it after a Dynamite one week. Like Walking Tall.
Yeah.
Literally
I
came out.
wouldn't
It's like
doubt it.
WWE Studios right after a Dynamite.
That's great.
I was like, there you go, Vince. Way to be petty. Way to be petty, but not doing shit on air. It's like, I like it. I like it, good sir. All right, Jen, speaking of Vince, I guess we're going to get into it. As Mangria like to say, let's recap NXT from Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Up first, we had the number 1 contendership tag match. It was the Undisputed Era versus, I'm just calling them the 1s and 2s because that's what they do when they come out to the ring. Or it's like this, getting purchased like that. So I'm calling them 1s and 2s. I had to shorten it out for the notes. A lot of drunk notes.
Good. That's what we live for on the tripod. The drunk notes.
Tripods. So here we go. Orny and the point man of UE, Roddy, start the match. Lurking with the takedown. Afterwards, Roddy with the shoulder tackles. 1s and 2s working the arm of D-Fish and Roddy. What the fuck is this?
There it is.
I'm already in some shit.
I'm with you, Ceizar. I'm reading my own shit here.
I'm already in some shit. So I got I don't know why I put D for Danny. Like I'm just shortening shit in my notes.
Oh, man.
D.
D with the leg sweep to Fish, the double plex, and then power bombing Roddy on 2 Fish. UE then set up the tag on the advantage during the picture-in-picture. There's a lot of PIP I wrote, and I made a note that's picture-in-picture. They're on the advantage during the picture-in-picture. Lorne starts to fight back when it comes back from commercial, and Fish misses a headbutt from the top rope. Birch with the hot tag and kick out from Roddy with the power bomb. Birch and Orny gets a hot tag, double blockbuster, double submission in the ring. In the rang, I wrote. R-A. The rang. Rod and Birch throwing shots. 1s and 2s hitting the DDT finish. Fish for the save. Fuck shit with Roddy in the knee. 1, 2, 3. This is my free fucking money match of the week. I like this match. Start off with a good tag match, as NXT does on every fucking pay-per-view. Since we are not getting the championship match on Halloween Havoc, like I thought we were, we're getting it next week. And I feel like this, or possibly that, is too much free money. So I'm giving this my free money match of the week. There's another match I thought was better. But Mangria, what did you take away from this hot start to NXT?
NXT. Well, let me just kick it off from the top, I guess. Big Dick Vic Joseph lays out the night for us. An Undisputed Era come out minus Adam Cole. I thought that was interesting. Kyle O'Reilly cuts a promo. The second coming of the Golden Prophecy is coming. Lorcan and Birch come out. Heard you had, I can't do the accent. I'll try. Heard you had the Ridge Holland problem.
You got to start off like British.
Oi.
Oi, oi. We took care of. No, I can't do it. Now you have a Lorcan Birch problem. This kicks off the match. It's just what you would expect from a match with these four. Breezango watching from the top row in the back of the CWC. And this is controversial, guys. Not to be disrespectful.
Disrespect.
But while watching this match, I'm thinking both of these teams would murder Breezango. Lorcan and Birch hit the finisher, the elevated DDT. Roddy interrupts the 3 count. Roddy hits flying knee to Lorcan, pin for the win. It's exactly what you would expect from these four. It's an awesome match. Great way to kick off NXT.
Bretsky, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, I agree with both of you fine gentlemen. Lorcan and Birch took early overall control. They had at one point, Undisputed Era, hit a really good-looking double backdrop onto Oni Lorcan. He took it. It looked really bad, but it looked also really good at the same time, which is the best thing you can hope for. Danny Birch, or D, went for a drop kick to both UE members off the top rope, but he kind of whiffed it, which was kind of funny to watch. It was like that old gif of Batista, like Mark Henry, like checking Batista, then Batista running backwards, going like, whoa. It was kind of like that. Lorcan almost pulled a Batista, speaking of Batista, and he tripped coming into the ring. Didn't fall down, though, so good job, Oni, for getting your balance back. Lorcan hit the double blockbuster to Undisputed Era, looked really good. Another kind of funny little botch, which you don't really blame him for. Lorcan tried to spear fish through the ropes, but just didn't happen, so he's kind of crumbled out.
Kind of bounce back and forth, yeah.
And the camera guy's like, they're supposed to be outside. I don't know what to do. It's pretty fucking funny. Then Strong pins Lorcan following the flying knee, which was fun long-term storytelling because, as Wade Barrett mentioned on commentary, that is exactly what broke Oni Lorcan's orbital bone in 2018 at that takeover when they had another classic. Like I said, I mean, I do think that match later on was better, but I really like this is a great way to open the show. Both shows had a tag match to open the show. It's interesting. Tag matches are always good. NXT always has great openers, and this is one of them.
Well, let me curse next week already because I'm going to predict something.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to predict that next week's tag team championship match ends in fuck shit. And they say, okay, well, we'll have another match at Halloween Havoc, and they'll throw some special stipulation in, hopefully, because it's disrespectful to the tag team championships to not have it at Halloween Havoc.
And they weren't on the last pay-per-view either.
Yeah.
No title defense on the last pay-per-view either. So the tag titles have not been defended in the last theoretical pay-per-view. So, yeah, it's definitely the disrespect.
Disrespect.
I also believe Big Dick Vic mentioned Adam Cole still got, like, broken ribs or recovering.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
Up next, we had an Ember vignette, which I listened to the Hangover, and I know you guys gave Ember a pass for her promo work.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Ceizar.
I listened back to the sale Ceizar, and I immediately thought, oh, I wonder if Ceizar's going to give her the same pass we did. Nope.
Ceizar, you forgot something, buddy.
Yeah, I forgot a lot of shit. I was drinking that one.
Let me just mention this because I mean I wouldn't mention it if it didn't make me want to vomit. Some new smoking hot blonde backstage updates us on Finn's condition.
It's the same lady.
Gruesome photos of Finn's surgery made me throw my lasagna away. Regal gonna wait a few weeks before the future of the NXT Championship is decided. Did you guys see those pictures? Holy shit,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
fucking nasty. Poor Finn, man.
Yeah. Fucking
God damn.
Yeah, that was bad. No,
Yeah.
but Mangria, that was Mackenzie Mitchell. That's the same lady that's always back there.
Really?
Bitch is
She looked brand new.
Nah, that bitch is always there.
Well, she got an upgrade. She looked she was on point this week.
She probably had the Raw makeup team.
Talk about 6 to midnight. Damn.
always banging.
What does that mean? No, I'm kidding.
I definitely did not give Ember a pass. Yeah, bitch had 14 months to get it right. Fuck out of here.
God
That made me
damn.
laugh. That made me laugh at the hell Ceizar, man.
Goddamn months, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Ember's Law.
Yeah, which we still don't know what it is. They still didn't know after the vignette. I still don't even think she broke it down, this vignette. I did not take notes on their vignette, but I did like it better than the promo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wrote too.
I mean, I guess you're right. The nurse probably did get to her and whatnot, but the vignette seemed to flow a little bit better with the shit that was going on and after she had the match. So I did like it better. What are your gentlemen's thoughts? Brettzky, we'll start with you. Thoughts about the Ember vignette?
Yeah, I literally wrote down that Ember Moon promo package is exactly what her first promo should have been. Because it was, and again, I give her the pass because, obviously she's back in front of people. There's actually people there. It's probably very nerve-wracking. I can't imagine cutting a promo like that. So that's why I gave her the pass. If you want to hear me explain why I gave her the pass, you can go back to the last week's episode of The Hangover and listen to that on Mangria Fueled on YouTube or on Spotify if you're Peter Wayne Kent. And yeah, this was pretty much what should have happened last week. It righted the ship in my opinion. But yeah, I still don't know what Ember's Law is.
So, Mangria,
This episode right here.
right there, that's what it looks like.
No, I just wrote. I already said what I wanted to say about this. We can move on.
Cool. All right, up next, we have a match between our boy Fruit Booty, Jake Atlas, versus, I'm calling him Wednesday, because that motherfucker looks like the Weekend, but he ain't the Weekend. He's broke as fuck, so he looks like Wednesday. So,
Wednesday. I'm writing that down. Hold on.
I have no idea what
Wednesday.
this is. Like, I literally said Wednesday, and I kept it rolling.
It's something the Adonis.
Ashante the Adonis.
Wins fucking day. That's what that motherfucker's name is. Wins
That's
all
what he. That's what he is from now on.
wins all day. That's
Yep. Yep.
So Fruit Booty versus Wednesday. Break it down for you guys. Flippy shit to a stalemate. Who the fuck is RB? I don't even know who. Oh, Fruit Booty, FB. Sorry.
It's
FB with-
It's MBL. No.
NBA.
NBL.
Fruit Booty with the drop kick after more flippy shit. Wednesday with the drop kick. Trash talk. And then the Brown Order walks out to the most devastating. And then, your boy Wednesday gets beat by the most devastating move in all sports entertainment, which we saw a lot this Wednesday. The surprise roll up. Then all of a sudden, your boy Scarface appears, and they about to get into some business. Fruit Booty sticks around because he's a Fruit Booty. He feels like he can save everybody because Wednesday was getting jumped outside, like he fucked somebody's girl and fingered her under the bleachers at a high school game. And then Swerve comes out with chairs. I don't know why he needed chairs. There was a 3-on-3. They could have actually had a match. But Swerve comes out with a hoodie on and some chairs, and the wetbacks leave and go to sell drugs. Those are my notes.
God.
Brettzky, what did you take away from Fruit Booty versus Wednesday?
God damn. Yes.
We back. We get canceled this season, but we back.
Oh my God. Yes, I said some fun. Well, to quote Kalisto, who unfortunately they fucking broke up Lucha House Party, and I'm not happy about it. But to quote Kalisto, they did some good lucha things in the beginning between Fruit Booty Atlas and Adonis. And I said, I don't know who this Adonis guy is, but I'm actually liking the character work a lot. In the middle of and they were in the match, like just basically healing it up. So I don't know if he's heel or face. Maybe he joins Legado del Fantasma and they try to diversify. I don't know. But it's interesting. It's kind of like what I'd imagined the Brian Kendrick was. but
Yeah.
like modernized, like a modern day D Bar and Kendrick. So I like that a lot. And the callback to obviously Adrian Adonis, in terms of the name, it kind of all fits in, at least in the way I saw it. So that could be something big. He could have a bright future in NXT. And then Santos Escobar with a phenomenal fit.
It's that fresh
That
coat money.
that cactus that cactus green jacket on. And
money. That was money green. Money green.
and then either Wild or Mendoza said, "Oh, El Jefe's out here," and
Fucked up now.
it was so good, so good. But yeah, I interested to see maybe Fruit Booty turns heel because they were talking about him getting a new attitude ever since Ciampa on commentary a lot. Maybe Fruit Booty turns heel because they're gonna have that 6-man tag either next week or Halloween Havoc. But either way, someone's turning heel on someone. It's not going to be Swerve, but either Fruit Booty or the Wednesday is going to be turning heel after that 6-man. But I enjoyed the segment. It was more of a transitional segment. Liked it.
What about you, Mangria? What'd you take away from the old Wednesday, the old Fruit Booty Swerve, and the Brown Order?
You know, I noticed the drunker I get, the more I focus on their fashion. I put Ashante the Adonis versus Jake Atlas, who sold his mom's bingo jacket to get Lady Gaga's new album.
Nice.
Impressive action between these two, like you guys said already. Then, of course, Wild and Mendoza show up on stage. Jake wins with the roll-up. Brawl ensues. And then out comes Scarface in a Vegas blackjack dealer jacket. And Brown Order head to ring. Swerve with chairs shows up in the ring. Yeah, I didn't think someone was going to turn heel. I like how they have Adonis now and Swerve and Atlas taking on the Brown Order. I hope this leads to something bigger in this in these 6 guys. But I mean, we're spoiled. We're gonna get spoiled with this action. These guys are all fantastic. I can't wait to see the next chapter in this feud. But like you guys said, he didn't need chairs. It's not like Brown Order was packing heat or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just air them off. I don't know.
Maybe they were in street clothes. They could have had a knife on them or something.
That's true. Always come prepared.
Razor blades in the mouth. You never know.
I do have a question though. If Fruit Booty Atlas wins with a roll-up, is it called the Fruit Roll-Up?
Oh God.
Bravo, bro.
I'd like to give a shout out to the pack of fruit roll-ups I have in front of me that inspired that joke.
I hate you.
Pretty sure Jake will appreciate that one if he listens.
Yeah. No, he won't appreciate it because he won't listen to it.
He'll never.
There's no Hulu cut of The Hangover.
Zanka's gonna write down to remind Jake about this, but he's gonna forget about it.
Shout out to Peter Wayne Kent. Just sent me some white people Wednesday shit on my phone. I just checked it. Sorry, man. But the shit was funny. I'll send it in the
Plenty
chat.
of white people Wednesday shit to go around.
Plenty. But it's some good Halloween white people Wednesday. I think I posted it. It's funny. Up next, we had Johnny and Candace with a promo. I literally wrote 7 ha's and good shit. They probably I can't remember what they said. I'm pretty sure it was the promo where they were like talking about how they're uncrowned champions and they deserve rematches.
Yep, I got a Johnny quote for you.
Yeah.
I just very brief notes. Candace and Johnny interviewed Johnny. What has Dexter done? He draws pictures and stares, and he kidnapped a guy.
The guy. He actually kidnapped 2 people. Yeah, why does he deserve a title shot? Yeah, Johnny popped me with that one. Is that what the quote you had, Brettzky?
Yeah, it was what has Dexter Loomis done during a title match? He draws pictures and he stares at people. Oh, and he kidnapped a guy. He should be locked up. So yeah, Johnny's been popping me all week. I mean, obviously we saw, and it comes later on. We saw, I sent you guys that backstage interview that wasn't aired. I guess it's on the WWE website of him talking about how he hates wheels. Now everyone knows Johnny Gargano hates wheels and how a car without wheels isn't a boat and all that shit. Johnny's been popping me all week. So this is just the start of it.
Fucking Johnny. Well, up next, Johnny comes out and he's fighting everybody's favorite loser, Austin Theory. I think he was already in the ring. I don't remember hearing that fucker's music. I think he was already in the ring talking about how he can still go all day. Ladies say he cannot go all night. Ayo.
Oh, zinger.
I said it.
That zinger was brought to you by the Tripod Sessions.
And fruit roll-ups.
And fruit roll-ups, the most devastating roll-up in all snacks entertainment. Johnny's in control early. Every time Theory tries to take control, he talks trash, and then Johnny comes back. Johnny was hitting some deep-ass chops early into this match. I was actually yelling woo while watching. Johnny was working the arm, waiting for the Gargano escape, and I put AT, but I capitalized it so I wouldn't read at when my ass was sober. See, drunk me's always looking out. Austin Theory moved quick to the ropes. Theory with the standing moonsault and the pin, kick out at 1. AT now in control, still trash talking, but he paid for it with a drop toe hold and a drop kick. Then a drop toe hold and a drop kick by Theory. Waiting for the ATL early. Johnny Boy, I'm writing Johnny Boy now. I got to drink it. Johnny Boy reversed it to a kick and a spear. John in control, knee to the back on Austin Theory. Takes over with the punch, kick, and corner. And over the rope stomp. That's what it is. And then
wow, detailed notes even when you're drunk this time. Wow, you must have been into this one.
I was into the wrestling because you asked me to host, and I figured I'd write detailed notes this time.
We appreciate it, Ceizar.
The regular fuck shit. But yeah, I don't know how drunk me was this detailed. Sober me is not this detailed. With the over the rope stomp and plex, mean kick, and then the up and down over the knee, kick out into 2, reverse to the ATL, and AT turned the roll down to a 2 count. I don't know what that word is. I have no idea. I'm trying to remember the match in my head too. That's what I'm trying to do.
This is what I love about the Zoom sessions also is watching you two try to actually decipher your drunk notes instead of just hearing it. Just looking at the visible confusion on your faces is great.
Google Translate. Google Translate. Can you decipher these notes, please?
Siri's like, fuck no.
You gotta get Siri drunk. Pour some beer on the phone.
Sticking in a couple bourbon. All right, reversal into the super kick. Into the lawn dart. This is why I like this match. Johnny hasn't pulled a lawn dart off in a minute. That move always looked good. Sorry to not keep it going, but I always liked that lawn dart. He did it all throughout the CWC. He used to do it early. He stopped doing it. I always wondered why. I always thought it was a cool move. To a donkey punch because he punched him in the back of the head, which nailed him down to the one final beat. 1, 2, 3. We all knew he was losing, but Johnny Gargano picks up a win. And the best match of the night, in my opinion.
I'll be right back. I got a knock on the door.
Cool. Maybe even best match of the night. I still have no idea what I was writing in that one part. But this is what I thought. I thought it was a super good match. Obviously, Johnny's gonna keep winning for Priest. Austin Theory takes another loss. Mangria, what are your drunken notes or recall from this match?
Well, if we can always rely on NXT providing us with incredible wrestling matches, this was the second of 4 great matches this night. It was heel on heel crime, Austin Theory versus Johnny Gargano. Johnny with those heart-stopping chops, my God. I felt bad for Austin Theory, just that the sound echoed. And the sweat flying, it was bad, man. Wade Barrett says, it's better to lose to NXT's top stars than it is for Theory to win squash matches. Theory, hell of a job selling Johnny's spear through the ropes. That's my least favorite Gargano move, by the way. Theory with a hell of a sequence of offense. Almost a big ending-like move Theory pulled off to Finn. Lifting suplex to Johnny off the mat. I thought that was impressive strength. And then he answered with a hell of a super kick. But then Johnny telegraphed it with his own fucking super kick. Lawn darting Theory into the middle turnbuckle, like he said. Final beat DDT pin for the win. Great match. I mean, Austin Theory keeps losing, but like Barrett says, it's better to lose to the top stars than like him going in there and losing the fucking the resident thick boy. Like Austin Theory, in my opinion, is he's got a bright future in NXT as long as someone takes his cell phone away from him. But this was a great fucking matchup. Johnny Wrestling, of course, always delivers. Loved it. Loved this match.
Bretsky, what are your thoughts?
I got back perfect time.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, the chops. Theory sold the fuck out of those chops, probably because they really fucking hurt. It was a very cool and very interesting dynamic between Johnny and Theory. I like how they kind of built it up over social media, like, oh, it's Theory's fault for not bruising up Priest more and all that stuff. So that was really cool how they did that. How they could actually get a heel versus heel working. Yeah, Theory had a really good looking rolling thunder dropkick thing. And Theory selling the fuck out of the second rope spear. It's Theory really selling, on point selling this week. Theory stealing Johnny's moves, like you mentioned with the roll up super kick. At one point, Theory looks into the camera and goes, "Hey, Miss Gargano," which was really fucking funny, really cool. Gargano wins with one final DDT. Great match. This is my match of the week for NXT and AEW. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Theory, I think Mangria said it. I think I caught the tail end of it. Theory has a very, very, very bright future. I think this match in particular really showed everyone what all the hype is about with Theory, because he mixed a lot of great character work with a lot of great in-ring work. He was playing the babyface at times, playing the asshole heel at times. Absolutely love this match. Very good job to both of these guys. This could have easily been on TakeOver. It's great work. Great work.
Would you say it was free money?
I would indeed say it was free money. I would indeed say it's free money.
It's free money, but we knew the outcome.
Yeah.
Because Austin Theory's just got to be on his losing streak for right now. I like saying free money is when that match could go either way. You really don't know who gets the win. You maybe have somebody you want to win. So whether you're happy or you get or you're just a little bit upset, but you're not really mad. That to me is a true free money. Like the first match. No, I mean I kind of didn't expect UE to win. I kind of expected that ones and twos would get what they deserve, a title shot. We knew, but it still doesn't stop a good match between Johnny and Austin Theory. Up next, we got the Rhea promo, well, the straight Sonya promo, which got jacked by Rhea into a promo, which turned into like 15 dudes trying to break them up with masks on in the back. Everybody was shorter than them except for the two tall-ass women throwing everybody around, looking like little bitches. Notes, Mangria? Kick us off. You have notes for this one, or you just write down?
Yeah, guys, forgive me here. Straight Sonya backstage promo. I think the camera was way too close to her face, because the closer it got, the less attractive she got.
You misogynistic
sorry for
pig.
being so shallow, but that camera, let's just keep the camera at a distance. And then, like you said, she challenges Rhea to Halloween Havoc. Rhea meets her backstage, scream at each other, pull apart. But yeah, let's just keep our 6 feet distance here. Just stay back.
God,
Cameraman,
you got one of those fuckers. You got one of those fuck shit things.
Yeah. Bretsky, yeah, you'd write anything down.
Mangria walking around the school when a kid walks near and goes, hey, get back.
Get the fuck back.
Clean it over
Get
here.
the fuck back.
Clean it
I
over
don't want
here.
no Rona. Don't want no Rona.
Yeah, clean it over here. Maybe throw some bleach on you, kid.
Oh, man. Yeah, I agree. The camera was weirdly in on Straight Sonya, but I'm excited. I have a bold prediction. I mean, I'm excited for this match to happen. This is going to be, of course, two big ladies going at it. It's going to be a fun clash. I have a feeling that this is going to be the catalyst for Straight Sonya to break away, because they've been building her up now, and she's been getting the push. And like they've had Dakota go on her own, they've had Raquel be on her own for a little bit. I think this is the catalyst for Raquel Gonzalez to be a breakout star and maybe even dethrone Io Shirai. I don't know, but I think that after this match, whether it takes 1 week, I say no more than 3 weeks after this match, Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai are split.
That's tough. I would personally like them to see. I would personally pick them to win the tag belts.
I would love that too.
Nah, they're never gonna bring him to NXT.
Yeah, but I mean, of course they're never gonna bring him to NXT. But NXT is the deepest women's roster. There's more makeshift tag teams there than Raw or SmackDown. And it gives the NXT ladies some shine to move to go to every show.
I agree, but I think that also if you want to keep Raquel, I mean, I would personally, I'd keep Raquel in NXT for a little bit longer because she's also newer. I think that if they split now or like within this realm of now, I think Dakota does fine, and I think that Dakota goes up. I think that Dakota could really could really spark. I mean, obviously she could. Anyone on NXT women's roster could spark the women's division on Raw, SmackDown. But I think that Dakota, like they're gonna talk about like free agent signings. I think that Dakota Kai becomes like this big women's free agent signing for either Raw or SmackDown. Which I wouldn't mind to see because Dakota Kai is money.
Yes, no, she's great. She's great. Up next, we had Ciampa watching the video of his match last week and staring at the coon and then said he's dead.
God.
So I literally wrote Ciampa mad. Ciampa mad.
Ciampa mad.
Ciampa mad. That's all I wrote. Mangria, did you write any notes about Ciampa being mad at your boy?
Tommaso Ciampa watching the game film from last week's match with Hikaru Kushida. He's dead. You see, the people won't know what I'm talking about there, but I made a flub earlier this week. I called Kushida, or I called Hikaru Kushida because that's me, people. You don't like it?
When you sent that, by the way, when you sent that in the chat, I saw Kushida, and I'm thinking to myself, because I hadn't watched the Hail Ceizars yet, and I'm like, did Ceizar fuck up and like say one of the other two? And am I missing it, or am I being an asshole for saying that? Oh, did you mean Hikaru Shida? But then I'm like, nah, fuck this. This is too good. This is too good. I'm just thinking. What? How? I mean, Mangria.
That's why.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah. Did you have any notes about Ciampa mad?
Ciampa mad sums it up.
Pretty much.
All right. Up next, we have what? Did I say something?
No.
Oh, sorry. Up next, we got that Halloween tank hitting the streets again, and everybody's favorite. I don't know, pink, purple. What color was it this week? I couldn't pay attention. Is it the same color?
Yeah, I think it was the same color, just covered in spider webs, right?
Yeah. Okay. So both the crazy hair ladies were fighting this match. It was the number one contendership, fighting Io at Halloween Havoc. Shotzi gets out early with the Enziguri after a neck breaker. Candice slides through the ropes, and then Shotzi dives onto Candice. Shotzi hits a TKO. I don't know what out of here to the knee.
The TKO into the knee. Yeah.
Oh, TKO to the knee. Kick out from Candice. Now Candice is in control in the corner. What the fuck is B&B? Yeah, I got it.
Bed and breakfast? She took her to a nice bed and breakfast.
Nice bed and breakfast. I don't know what
up in the mountains of Vermont.
I feel like Nick Joseph said something, and I just wrote B&B.
Oh, Bad News Barrett.
Bad News Barrett. Oh, that's what it is.
Detective Brettzky on our case here, Ceizar, deciphering our shit.
That's why he's a smart leg of the tripod.
I'm telling you, I can't wait till I eventually retire. I make enough money. I retire. I can just spend the rest of my life not in a retirement home, none of that. Just being like the translator for you guys. Yeah. It's like going around, like it's kind of like dual custody. Mangria gets me for like the first 6 months of the year. Ceizar gets me for the next 6 months of the year. I'm just like in the streets helping you guys out.
More perfect. Oh, that's what I wrote. So now Candice in the corner, and Bad News Bear quoted Napoleon Dynamite during this match.
No. You did not.
That's what he did.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
All right, whatever. I'm thinking Dynamite because I just watched that movie.
The dictator.
I dropped in the sports. Napoleon Bonaparte during the match. I know I wrote stars when Bad News Bear said something funny. Candice in control going into the break. When we get back, Shotzi with the sling blade and 3 mean-ass forearms. Shotzi throwing that long back at Candice into the corner. Lorraine gets the knees up when Shotzi goes for the senton. Candice slips through the ropes. German suplex and kick back. Yeah, this is at the bottom of the page. I'm writing all small.
It was backstabber. The backstabber.
Oh, yeah, the backstabber. Moonsault, kick out, roll up, submission. Candice rolls out, and then ugly Chelsea Green passes her the brass knucks. Pow! Right in the kisser. 99 Shotzi for the 1, 2, 3. Candice LeRae is your winner. Brettzky, break it down from your side of the table.
Oh my God, I am so excited for episode number 26 when I get to interview on Faux Pod.
Ugly Chelsea Green.
And then it was that with the 1-2 punch of that, and then pow right in the kisser.
She did hit her right in the face. Pow right.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for episode number 26 of the Faux Pod in about a week and a half when Julius Ceizar will be on as a guest, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, fun quick sequence at the beginning. Shotzi versus Candice. Barrett sounded smart with the Napoleon Bonaparte quote. And then he immediately sounded dumb by calling Candice Candice. And he called her Candice one more time towards the end of the match, which I was like, all right, cool, okay. Shotzi had a wicked-looking kick to Candice on the apron, which is the hardest part of the ring. And then Candice put the knees up for Shotzi's senton, and the landing looked really brutal for both of them. Shotzi slipped on the ropes, it looked like, and then kind of went into that German suplex, the back German off the second rope. Near Fall City in this match. This is Near Fall City. Candice had a really good-looking step-up lion salt, pretty much. Step-up springboard moonsault. Really pretty. And Candice, of course, phenomenal facials throughout the entire match. Because of course she's a Gargano, and the Garganos are on fire. I don't give a shit what Jake says, because Jake has bad opinions. The Garganos are on top of their game. I gotta say, in the middle of this match, I kind of noticed it more. The fake crowd noise combined with the actual crowd noise and the actual people attendance is actually not that bad. I was kind of laughing
Somebody's breaking into Brettzky's room.
No, that's my roommate.
He's watching his back like, oh shit.
He's got a knife.
Hey, he is Mexican. El Legado del Fantasma. They're coming for me. I chose to buy the Thatcher shirt instead of the Legado del Fantasma shirt. They're coming for me.
Is he wearing his Vegas blackjack dealer jacket?
Now that you mention it.
He's got it in the closet.
Oh man, but yeah, I was laughing because every time they came back, they had the brought in crowd noise of NXT, and like the entire night. But it worked. I mean, I didn't mind it for whatever reason. Maybe just the way the look and feel of the Capitol Wrestling Center. I don't know, but Indy Hartwell given. I wrote Guy Bing. I don't know why autocorrect didn't fix that. It's on my phone. But Indy Hartwell giving Candice the brass knucks, and then Barrett with another line of the night. What did Indy give Candice? A pep talk?
I think those some brass knucks.
Hey, that's the one accent you're not trying, Brettzky. What the hell, man? You're the accent guy. You can do bad.
No, he has too deep of a British accent. I can't get that deep with it.
I've got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. It's tough to do. That's mine 99. That hurts the throat.
If he goes on Cameo, I'm just gonna write the word disrespectful over.
But
so
you
he
gotta
can
write it like you gotta break it.
I'm afraid I've got some disrespectful bad news.
But he's gotta say the disrespectful like Vince would say it.
Yeah.
Disrespect, pal.
Disrespect.
Oh man, but yeah, great match. Both of them looked good, and of course the fuck shit ending sets up later on in the night. We all know what happens later on in the night, but yeah, good match. And I'm glad they're keeping the Indy Hartwell shit going.
Very much. Mangria, what you got?
Well, like you guys said, we get Shotzi Blackheart and her Tonka Tank versus Candice LeRae, the Poison Pixie. Shotzi nails a successful suicide dive because whenever a woman goes for a suicide dive, we all clench our buttholes and hold on to our seats like, oh god. But Shotzi actually nailed it. That shows how far she's come. Also a TKO, but Candice lands on Shotzi's knee. Candice drags Shotzi's eyes across the rope, and I did right. Disrespectful. Shotzi tries to do a sliced bread on the apron again, trying to redeem herself from the last time she did it, but Candice just pushed her ass into the ring post. After the commercial break, I wrote, I love how Shotzi turned up the intensity. She had great facials and the visceral screams on. She did really good. She's growing on me. I like her a lot more now. Candice counters Shotzi's senton, like you guys said. Hits a German from the second turnbuckle to Shotzi. Hits backstabber, lion salt. Shotzi will not stay down. And then ugly Chelsea Green, Indy Hartwell, and spectator area hands Candice some brass knucks. Regal smiled, I bet you. Candice clobbers Shotzi, pin for the win. This was the 3rd out of 4 great wrestling matches we had on this show. Incredible. Loved it. Shotzi, she is showing that she is credible, and she could go for the NXT Women's Championship. I'll give her the thumbs up. Go for it, Shotzi.
Nice. I'm not sure what happened next. I'm not sure if it was the Regal segment in the back or the tag match.
It was Drake and Killian backstage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, it was.
So,
You want me to read what I put, Ceizar?
no, I wrote Drake back on his bullshit. That's all I wrote.
Drake proposes for their tag team. Drawing of Killian, super overweight. Drake all buff. It was like a cartoonish drawing of them. And their tag name, The Furry and the Fury. Drake says they have a match against Imperium.
Bretsky, what'd you think about this segment?
Brettzkys watching for weapons. Being
Fucking keeps on coming in and out of the room. Yeah, holy fuck, the Furry and the Fury. Everything about this backstage promo is what I want in my pro wrestling. Fucking loved it. The fucking mock-ups where Killian's like, I'm not that fat, like all that shit. Oh, I loved it.
Weren't they the same height? Or was it Drake taller a little
No,
bit?
Drake was like super buff, and Killian was just like, his belly was all hanging out, all hairy. Oh my god, it was great. Yeah, this comes back later in the night, but I love them so much. It's so good every single night. I got a tag match. What do you mean you got a tag match? Oh, it's so good, so good.
Hot take: I really don't like these guys.
What?
No!
Are you fucking crazy?
You motherfucker!
If they're gonna win the tag team titles, and that is literally disrespectful.
I cannot wait to see them win the tag team titles.
Exactly. That's disrespectful.
I can't wait. If they come out with the Furry and the Fury shirt, so
I know you're buying one.
Sold.
Boo! Boo this man! Boo!
Wait, backstage, these guys are hilarious. They're great sports entertainment. They're gonna win the tag titles, and that is disrespectful to me.
Ceizar, you're gonna die alone on that island, my friend.
Hey man, look, I'll be alone. I can't. These guys can't win the title. This can't go on. This literally can't go on. But it will. I know it will.
No wonder he didn't take notes, Bretsky.
Yeah.
Up next, as you guys know, my probably favorite part of NXT. You know, the match really wasn't that great. Superman was in the ring. And then we got the best NXT entrance I ever did see. Started with some cheeks and some lights and some music. And you knew it was booty time. Because Booty Storm is back with her match. Not her debut match, but her in-ring return to NXT. She makes her way to Durang. I wrote Durang this time. D-A-R-A-N-G. Durang. It's booty time. There's so much hotness in the ring right now. Oh, shit. I got to take notes about the match. Those are actual words on this piece of paper. All right. Storm is out front into the corner, worked by Leah, and Ania. Who the fuck is Ania? By Aaliyah and a neck breaker by Aaliyah. Then Booty with the comeback with drops and chops. Germans, that ass in the corner, little Rikishi action. Clothesline, Storm Zero. Quick little 5-7 minute match. 1, 2, 3. Booty time, gentlemen. Mangria, write me notes about this return squash.
These are the booty could not be contained by the booty shorts. I share your sentiment, man. I saw the booty pouring out of them shorts. Them shorts was like, oh God, and the booty was just like, nah, I'm coming, player. That was the best entrance. Toni Storm, Booty Storm is a fucking star versus Aaliyah of the Robert Stone brand. It was nice to see the Robert Stone brand on NXT TV again, at least. I wrote, that booty was hypnotizing. I noticed Toni delivered some front atomic drops to Aaliyah, so Toni had a knee full of sniz. Like you said, Storm Zero, Tiger Driver pin for the win. I love it. I'm very excited to see Toni Storm. My God, this women's division. This fucking women's division, dude. It's oh man. It's the best. It's the best in the business. And Toni Storm, I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for Booty Storm.
Bretsky, just write any notes about this match here?
Yes, I did. I said, Robert Stone is back. Praise the Lord. Where is Mercedes? I'm really glad they're making a huge deal about Toni coming back because she actually feels like a star. I mean, obviously, she's always going to feel like a star. But they're making the big entrance, the whole cinematic kind of entrance, big deal about it. Yeah, I mean, Booty Storm's back. It looks like she was also kept on fixing her top, too. So that would have been kind of bad. I would have felt really bad for her if the first night back she had a wardrobe malfunction, especially after everything she went through. But,
You'd feel bad?
I feel bad for her.
Sure?
For her.
I feel bad for her because they pull it off TV, but he would be great. He'd be happy about it.
Yeah, you know that Juice would be back home going, wow, the entire time. Oh, man. Oh, that might have been your best ever, Ceizar, that juice, wow thing. But yeah, Toni wins with the Storm Zero. Love the Storm Zero finish. Can't wait. This women's division is stacked. Absolutely stacked. Other companies or other promotions, other brands, they might be trying to build up their women's divisions, but this is the best women's division in the entire world by far.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, half these chicks getting hurt in this women's division would still be on top.
Yep.
Like, it's that sad. There's too much talent. And not everybody's going to get a chance to shine. That's the only, downfall about it. Up next, Rigo was in the back. I know he laughed about the brass knucks with Ken. He's like, oh, the referee's decision, but, I'm not too favorable about that outcome. Yeah, right. He's nuts for 8 years. We all know about that. He makes some matches for Havoc, and then old Sushi Roll rolls up with that fuck boy she's with, and she needs a match at next week, and demanded a match next week, her and Sushi Roll, and then she rolled out. Then Mackenzie was sitting there looking hot, saying some shit, and I think that was it. All I wrote was Rigo laughs at brass knucks, but I do remember he made matches.
That pretty much covers it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You covered it. That's all I had. I didn't say sushi roll, but that was the line of the night so far.
Up next, we had Imperium versus Furry Fuckers. All right. Oh, shit. There's a lot of D's in this.
D? You mean Danny Burch?
Yeah, Danny Burch came back. Drake on his bullshit, walking to the ring again.
How can he not love that? How can he not love that?
I am sports entertained until they get in the ring. And then that's where I'm like, these guys are going to win the titles, and I just don't know how long they're going to keep them.
They're going to grow on you. Watch.
Hi, Mrs. Mangria.
Hi, Miss Mangria. What it is.
Where's my food, woman?
I'm about to see a pan fly out.
Get the chocolate.
Hey, 6 feet.
6 feet.
6 feet back. 6 feet.
Oh man. All right. Oh, so Drake starts. Drake's on his shit. Sets up in a yeah. All right, this shit is all fucked up. Oh, all right. He sets up something. Dane gets the hot tag. Imperium turns it around. Drake with a hot tag, and now he's whooping some ass. Dane takes out the tag. Dane takes him out by himself. Then, Dane gets taken out on the outside. Then Imperium back in, has Drake. Hits a tag team move for the 1, 2, 3. The Ever Fuck Boys come out, and they get destroyed by Dane, who's now back in it. Dane picks up Drake and says, "Nobody hits you but me." And then they take their ass in the back. Brettzky, what are your notes about this? Mine were
Maverick and Dane could do the same entrance every night, and I'd still laugh every time. Maverick is like the Make-A-Wish kid who asks to wrestle, and Dane is like the wrestler making the kid feel like he's helping.
Ron Strowman, was it Elliot?
Nicholas, yeah. Barrett was just taking it to furries on commentary, saying that it'd be like disrespectful to be called a furry, all that stuff. Barrett on commentary is actually really helping the story. Quote, he doesn't want to help Maverick. He just wants to come in and fight somebody when Maverick got the hot tag. Well, when Dane got the hot tag. So genius stuff on commentary really furthers the story. This was just a great overall because it gets Imperium a win that they need, and it furthers the Dane Maverick storyline. Mm-hmm. Nobody hits you but me is fucking brilliant, and then even more fucking brilliant was Barrett on commentary. Well, then why didn't you hit him then, Killian Dane?
Hit him right now.
Just hit him. And then the fucking music, everything. Oh, I love it. I don't appreciate the disrespect of your opinion, Ceizar.
Disrespect.
They disrespecting him. Mangria, what would you write about the furry fuck?
Well, like Brettzky said about he could watch the entrance all the time. Drake and Killian come out, and Killian goes, "Cut the music, cut the music." So we didn't even get the fucking music because he was pissed.
Oh, I did like the fact that you guys said white Carlton fucking popped me, because Carlton is like 80% white. So the fact that Drake is like a whiter version than white black Carlton fucking popped me.
He's translucent. That's how fucking white Drake is.
Jasper.
Killian continues to use Drake as a weapon during the match. Drake looked promising, but Imperium win with the Imperium Implosion. They renamed that move.
Okay.
Killian was outside on floor. Everrise came out. Ceizar, you used to call him the Fruit Booty Boys. You don't
we call Jake Atlas. We call Jake Atlas the Fruit Booty, so we can't just keep calling everybody Fruit Booty. So
but if anybody were the Fruit Booty Boys, it'd be these guys. No. Killian does save Drake, and nobody hits you but me. And then their theme plays. Drake with a big smile on his face. Loved it. This wasn't the fourth good wrestling match of the night, but it was very entertaining.
This was the sports entertaining match of the night.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there was a vignette or not, or if it was just the next match. I didn't write anything down.
I don't think there was.
Wasn't a commercial or anything? They just kind of.
Yeah, just went to commercial and they came back for the main event, right?
Okay. Then in the main event, we got Live Forever. The Archer of Infamy versus the goddamn goats. Dexter Lumis for the NXT North American title.
No. NXT North American title.
North American title.
Spaghetti meatball.
Chef Boyardee. No.
Chef Boyardee. Jesus Christ, I wrote a lot of notes on this shit. It goes across the page. All right. We got a long tie-up to start the match off. They were going around the ring till the rope break. Then shoulder tackles to each other. The God of Goats gets a headlock and an arm drag. Priest, after the whip into the corner, Priest walks the rope to a crossbody and teases the God. Loomis with the Stone Cold, the Luthez press. I wrote a star, and then I wrote up at the top where it has some space. Barrett called this giving him some good news. Good news punches, I believe. A trade blows till Priest breaks out the kicks. It's a broken arrow, kick out into picture in picture. All right. Loomis takes control with the bulldog and gets caught in the, what's he call it? The south of heaven?
Yeah, South Heaven.
Those one, yeah. He gets caught and then hits the south of heaven. Hits a spine buster, spine on the pine, as JR likes to say. Loomis hits the standing hold, silence, I guess, until Priest breaks free. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is T? Oh, Trump then hits a Trouble in Paradise. I wrote TIP, but I put
You
period.
said Trump.
TIP to the flatliner, kick out, and then gets into an ankle lock by Damian Priest. Loomis gets out the ankle lock. Priest does the ear clap and goes for the razor, reversal, back body drop by the God, tip up with the leg drop. I thought that sequence was pretty good.
Okay.
And then he goes to the top rope, misses from the high rent district by Loomis. Clothesline from Priest. Then that, I don't know, was it a rock bottom kind or Chaka Hajime to the, I call it the God lock. I don't call it the silence. I call it the God
The
lock.
God Lock.
That's a better name for it.
Way better name. By Loomis. Rope break by Priest. They roll to the outside. Sneak attack by, go on, Brettzky. Go on, say, who's the sneak attack by?
Excuse me. Fine Cameron Grimes with the sneak
I mean,
attack.
if this fucker doesn't make a NASA shirt but just says Grimes on it, like Grims.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about, you guys said it last week. If that motherfucker doesn't have like a NASA symbol with Grimes in the middle, oh my Jesus Christ, that shit would be.
When it's Bretsky's turn to mention Grimes coming out, I bet you his roommate throws a shoe at him. Shut the fuck up!
And now he's out for now, unless he comes back in.
Back out. Saw that work. Saw that work for Phantasma. So sneak attack. Then we get back in the ring. South of Heaven by Priest. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, Crimes got some reckoning for his troubles. Johnny hits Priest with the chair. Rico comes out, makes 2 matches for Halloween Havoc. And then Shotzi comes out with the wheel, talking about the stipulation will be named at a later date. Mangria. What did you think about, you know what, damn near another free money match of the night. What did you think about the main event here for NXT?
This was an incredible fucking matchup. The main event of NXT this week, it was a North American Championship match where we saw Damian Priest versus the God of Goats, Dexter Loomis. Priest gains upper hand in the beginning, sort of. Dexter keeps getting up after every move Damian throws at him, like fucking Jason Voorhees himself. If I was facing Dexter, I would have only attacked his injured ankle. Commercial picture-in-picture, action spills to the outside of the ring. Dexter finally gains momentum, tries locking in silence. Damian hits a roundhouse kick, a flatliner, and an ankle lock. By the way, did Dexter scream fuck? Because the audio came out. He got him an ankle lock, and Dexter went, fuck! And then it cut out or something. But Dexter misses a senton. He was no-selling the ankle, by the way. Locks in silence. Priest gets the rope. The action spills onto outside again. And then fine Cameron Grimes with the cave-in to Dexter on the apron while the ref was checking on Damian Priest. Priest wins with the sit-down chokeslam. Fine Cameron Grimes tries to rub it in on Dexter. Priest hits him with the reckoning. Gargano nails Priest with chair on stage. Like you said, Ceizar, Regal comes out. The stakes will be higher. Take it from the host of Halloween Havoc. And then you're going to get me to say Shotsky, you asshole. Shotzi comes out and says, spin the wheel, make the deal. It was kind of corny, but she likes to put on a performance. and then the wheel comes on the fucking LED screen. Hopefully, we don't get another coal miners glove match coming out of this. But yeah, that was my take. I loved it. It was pretty great way to close out the show, in my opinion.
Regal looking dapper, by the way, in a fucking
Oh, yeah.
suit. Looking dapper, by the way, unlike some people who are in skeety t-shirts and old Jordans. Bretsky, your notes from the main event, sir.
Real quick, coal miners glove match is on the wheel. So
Was
we
it?
will see. Yes, it was.
No.
They take it off. Why would they take it off?
There's a bunch of stuff. I think there's someone made an Instagram post about it. I'm sure you can find it. It's like a screenshot. There's a bunch of stuff. There's something that a bunch of different things
I
on
saw
there.
casket match. That's the only thing I saw was casket match.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I think there's one that people don't know that's like kind of be the equivalent of an Inferno. People are assuming. There's a lot of different things, so it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out. But yeah, so in terms of the actual match, Loomis playing elite mind games with Priest, even by his own standards. Both performers showed different sides of themselves in this match. Priest showing that he was kind of worried by and scared of Loomis, and then Loomis later on actually showing pain. Priest hitting some really deep arm drags in the beginning. Not Cynic Chaos deep, but still pretty deep arm drags. Also, shout out to Cynic. Loomis with a phenomenal sell of a Priest pump kick. Yeah, Loomis must be pretty relieved that he's actually allowed to show pain for once, because the story is actually saying that his ankle's hurt. So he's probably happy that he doesn't have to just sit there going,
Yeah.
the entire time. He can actually like react to shit.
Bretsky, when you do a Loomis stare, do this next time.
Yeah.
For the mustache.
Yeah, Loomis with I love this move, the nip up into the leg drop. And then, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the moment of everyone's week, everyone's lifetime, when Fine Cameron Grimes hits a slick cave-in on Dexter fucking Loomis as I'm going straight to the moon, baby. Right on the apron, the hardest part of the ring, while the ref's back is turned. Priest has no idea. The ref has no idea. But boy, does Loomis have any idea. Priest retains largely due to Grimes. Then, like he said, Grimes gets hit with the Reckoning. Then Priest, of course, foreshadowing his own doom, goes, "Hey, stick with me, cameraman. Stick with me, cameraman. I have something cool to show you."
Mm-hmm.
Gets hit in the back of the head with a chair. Yeah, then in shots he spins a wheel and all that shit. I was like, all right, calm down. I know you're excited. But yeah. And then this is also the best part of the week because it leads to the best interview that I've seen in a long time of Johnny Gargano. If you haven't seen it, find on NXT's Instagram page, WWE's Instagram page. Basically, Johnny Gargano saying that he hates wheels. Like, I hate wheels. Everyone knows that Johnny Gargano hates wheels. I wish our and Candice LeRae's gone. Our car has 4 wheels. I know our car has 4 wheels. It'd be better off without wheels. That's a theory for a different day. I want to hear that theory.
I definitely want to hear that theory. That's a theory I can get behind.
Well, Bretsky, are you disappointed? We didn't get to see who you're wearing on this week's NXT. We didn't get no Thatch can.
I am a little disappointed, but he was on last week. You got to make room for the good Ember promo. You got to make room for Tony Booty Time. So it's fine.
By the way, you have way too many teeth to be wearing that shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Let me just
a hammer.
Get a Sharpie.
Yeah.
By the way, I think that a Johnny Gargano I Hate Wheels t-shirt would still be better than 99% of what's on AEW shop.
I'll buy it. If that fucker has an I Hate Wheels t-shirt, I'm gonna fucking buy it.
Excuse me, but the Young Bucks shirts are hot sellers on the AEWshop.com. Sir, thank you very much.
18 of them. Like 18 of them. There was like 4 in 1 week.
No.
Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second, Mangria. Keep that thought in mind.
Yes, and another thing, the Jericho t-shirts are very hot sellers. You guys are just fucking WWE marks. You don't know what you're talking about. AEW rules. You guys are fucking gay. What the fuck?
Go get your. Guess who got your fucking pizza bagels? You cunt. That's right. That's right. You fucking mark ass piece of shit. Come and get him. Come and get him. Yeah.
Excuse me, but I only eat Doritos. I don't know what you're talking about with the bagel bites.
It's so much we got a box of bagel bites.
It says right here. It says if you're baking it in an oven, bake for 14 minutes. It's like me 13 minutes 59 seconds. Whoop your ass, you fucking mark.
Excuse me, but Tony Khan is way better than Vince McMahon.
I'll be right back. I gotta put these back in the freezer before they get frost.
Go ahead, man. Put it back. This motherfucker went and got bagel bites out of the freezer. That's fucking gold. That's fucking
Ceizar,
gold.
did you check out SmackDown at all? It's airing on my TV right now. I'm watching.
And I was at a bar. I was at the bar drinking, and I got home at like 10:45.
Okay, yeah, I've been watching it on silent so far. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, I saw like there was a New Day reunion for the last time, and then
It got a little dusty in the ring.
Braun had a fucking suit on. I was like, where did Braun get this big ass suit? That little like Braun Strowman chain on. Get this trash out of here.
Are they just throwing shade at Tony Khan again?
Yeah, they're just throwing shade. Everybody gets dressed up. They're just throwing
Living
shade.
rent free in their head.
Free. All right, guys. I guess we will go to the 1-year anniversary show of AEW. So you fucking toxic ass marks, if you're part of the Mighty 20, popcorn ready. As T.O. likes to say. We about to break this shit down, and I'm gonna have some hot takes. And Mangria's been waiting. Mangria's been waiting all week.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
I will say that I have a new thing, like my free money. Jesus Christ, 2 pages on the first match.
What?
God damn, really?
2
Are you
pages?
serious?
Holy shit!
Just read this. It's a small notebook, but it's 2 full pages.
Hey, size doesn't matter.
Good luck deciphering that.
Okay. I have a new thing that I will start at the end of this match, and it'll be recurring for at least 3 of the matches tonight. So we got Fuck the Revival.
I write that down now. I always write down Fuck the Revival.
Versus the Best Friends. If you didn't know, they announced this was a time limit of 60 minutes for this match. I don't know how they get a whole hour. You know this shit ain't wrestling for an hour. No goddamn tag team.
You never know. Hey, actually, excuse me, Mr. Julius Caesar, but we AEW we treat pro wrestling as a sport, unlike sports entertainment. So you never know. It's very unpredictable. That's why we have rankings.
Where the fucking bagel bites at?
Sure thing, Mitch. Not even worthy of the name Mark. You fucking man, Mitch. AEW Mitches. All right. Revival in control early. Then there's a chop fest with Trent, which is a bad idea because I swear that man has got to be top 3 hardest chops I have seen in the business. Like every time.
That's the Gargano.
And look, him and Gargano need to have a match just for chop fest.
And then Walter comes in and fucks them up both.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did you guys see him with Dragunov?
Yes. Did you see
Holy
Dragunov's chest?
fuck!
Did you see his chest?
Oh my god!
I saw
was
the
hurt.
picture, but I didn't see the actual chops.
Dude, I had to pause it. I was like, I'm not watching the rest of this. I was like, good shit. I was like,
This is manslaughter. This is manslaughter.
It
Oh
was-
man, imagine for a second, real quick. Aside, not AEW. Imagine do you guys remember a couple of years ago on SmackDown when they were doing Big Show versus Sheamus, when they had this whole thing where like, Big Show punched the punching bag and it registered like how much it was, how much force, and like it was Sheamus kicked it and it registered how much force.
Yeah.
What if you have a Grizzly Magnum chop from Keith Lee versus a Walter chop? I gotta know which one's more powerful.
Walter wins.
Walter obviously wins, but I would say the Grizzly Magnum is like the second most powerful. So you gotta see. That would be a chop fest for the ages.
Yeah, because Walter still comes down with it, and everybody's shorter than him. So yeah, that kind of, and Keith goes like straight though. So I don't know, man. Like it still would hurt. Like, but yeah, I'd like to see that.
Anyway, back to AEW.
Back to the match. We got a double team by the Revival. Trent getting worked. Trent getting worked on the ropes while Skivone. Oh yeah, Trent was getting worked on the ropes while Skivone was reminiscing about WCW while talking about the 1 year of AEW. I do remember that Skivone was like, back when we went on air in 1983, and JR's like, what?
Oh yeah.
So you mean 2019, right?
It's like, oh, I mean, yo, sorry guys, this is some of the best year of my life. You all right, buddy? I'm like, he's like, that's the other company. Yeah, that was the other company. Fucking Skivone, drunk off mules at 8:05. 8:05.
Skivone was AEW's performer of the week in my opinion.
Yeah.
You see that shit later on?
Oh shit, that's right. Yep. Oh man.
Skivone drunk at 8:05. I was like, this motherfucker spitting. All right. The top guys got the rope drag on Trent. Quick tag by the Revival. And JR talk about somebody in Nick Saban. Was Nick Saban out there?
Nick Saban got COVID, so JR was bragging about AEW's COVID testing procedures.
Oh, COVID testing.
And he's like,
yes, right.
And Nick Saban got COVID, so prayers out to him. He's one of my favorite coaches. And I'm like, JR, most of the people watching have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Yeah. Then we got a mean close by Trent fighting it back. Quick taken out with the top rope backdrop. Trent with the knees and the hot tag to Chuck. Sexy Chuck with the dive. And then back in the ring with the Falcon Arrow. The ring again makes its way back into the AEW notes. Tully with the cheat. The Revival go back into control. Trent gets a sneak in, gets control, blind tag, soul food, half and half. I always love that move when they pull it off.
I love it.
Every single time. Half and half, best friend knee by Trent and a kick out at 2. Trent with the stiff shots. Pick up something. With the clothesline, assist, powerbomb, tag team, and 2 kicks out for Trent. Trent on the top. Trip on the top, fight off. Oh, Trent was on the top rope. They go up, he fights him off. Revival counter, German suplex to a splash. Cash breaks it up to the splash. Cash breaks it up. It hits Chuck with a DDT. Then another float DDT from Trent. Then a spike DDT from Dax. I think this is when JR was like, there's a damn DDT fest going on in the ring here. The strong zero hits, break up. Then there's a breakup. Chuck gets a brain buster on the outside. Trent goes into the arcade machine. Penelope Ford runs off. And then the ref counts. Trent can't stand. Chuck interrupts the shatter machine. Oh, sorry. The Goodnight Express actually wrote shatter, scratched it out. But I did not write Goodnight Express. Goodnight Express. Chuck gets tagged in. The motherfuckers on the apron with the belt. The ref clearly sees the belt, ducks, he swings. FTR gets the win. This gets my shit ending count meter to a 1. That is the 1, 2, 3. The Revival win with the ref clearly seeing the belt, ducks. Motherfucker gets hit with the belt. The ref then sees him on the ground and sees a motherfucker on top of him. Counts 1, 2, 3. No kind of count out. Oh, Trent was outside for like at least 20, 38 seconds when he got thrown into that arcade machine. Not getting counted out. That is the opening match. It was a great match until that ending. I'm gonna let Mangria because he probably was a wax poetic. So Brettzky, what did you think about the opening tag match about AEW?
Well, wait. So the new thing that you got, Ceizar, is the shit ending count?
Yeah, the shit ending count. It's at 1 right now. Just
making it clear to the people. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely for this show, maybe going forward on both shows. If I think it's a shit ending, I might just keep a tally for both shows, but this definitely got the shit ending count to a 1. And we are only in the first match. Brettzky, what did you think about the opening match with the best friends and the Revival? on AEW.
So my first note is something that I wrote sarcastically, but then actually came true, because I didn't know how long Mr. Jarrett's entrance would be. Wow, they're really starting quick. No entrances for either tag team for a tag team title match. I wonder who they're saving time for. Wink. Then it came true. Chuck Taylor with a beautiful tope con hero. We always say the two things Excalibur does well. I mean, the best are the gotta give the people what they want, which he did later. And Tony's like, oh, thank you for that. And coming back. Welcome back to my roommate. Hi, Angel.
Watch your back.
What?
Right.
No, you're good. You want to say hi? Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, everyone, meet my roommate.
I'm Brett's Mexican roommate
Here,
that
say
he
it.
brought up.
Hey,
Did he say Mexican roommate?
Hello.
which episode of the faux pod were you on?
Which episode was it? 19th?
What?
Which episode was I in the faux pod?
17.
17th. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is Angel right here.
Hello. I'm Brett's roommate. Sorry.
We heard you're brown.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry. All right. So, yes, Excalibur.
Wait, who's gonna put a cameo on Ceizar's fucking screen? We got 2 cameos tonight. Ceizar, you gotta. Brother Quarter at least has to be on this fucking tripod sessions.
No, Brother Quarter is out of town.
What?
He hates that he couldn't be here. I did give him the homework, and I did give him some homework, and he did write in for his Wrestler of the Week. He sent me a text message. So when we get to that part, I will announce it for you guys. But Brother Quarter is out of town. He's catching cheap flights everywhere, man. Just cheap flights. So he had to go handle some business. Brettzky, please continue.
Yes, Excalibur does the gotta give the people what they want very well, and the tope, cone, whatever, very well. Soul Food into half and half, beautiful as ever. I think commentary doesn't sell it well enough.
No.
There's like, oh, Soul Food, oh, he kicks out, and it's like that's essentially their signature at this point.
Yeah.
So they gotta sell it more. And I think they should win with Soul Food every now and then because that could be a viable second finisher. I wrote down DDT Fest, and then 2 seconds later, JR said DDT Fest. And oh god, Trent misses a spear and goes through Kip's arcade game. Okay. God, Billy Gunn's kid is fucking annoying.
He's not Marco level yet, but
no, he's not Marco level. He's getting there. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, kid. I will say, because they do it in Japan also, and a little bit in WWE, I don't mind when the refs kind of give leeway with a 10 count. But like you said, this was for a long time where you forgot the 10 count was there. I don't mind if it's like, oh, they're in an intense battle, it's 2 heated rivals, give them 15. Or maybe at a max 20, you wait 2 seconds between each count. But this was too long.
I only wrote it down because it came prevalent in a match later.
Yes, exactly. Then FTR wins after a shot with the title. I agree, that was stupid. And then, that's it for that actual match. Do we want to talk about what happened after the match now, or do we want to?
I'll bring it up in the next part,
right.
And with the next match as well. Mangria, I know you wrote some notes.
Yes, sir. Yes, gentlemen.
Let the mighty 20 hear what you got to say.
Well, Ceizar, I'm surprised you didn't point this out because we all know how you love the rankings. But the best friends.
Don't get me mad already.
The best friends have been ranked number 1 for 4 weeks in the tag division. Great tag team action. Like you guys said, Tony flubbed the line saying AEW has been around since 1990. Love Dax's leg drops. I've mentioned it before. When Dax goes for a leg drop, he kicks out his other leg, and then he hits the leg drop. I like that. FTR, they cut off the ring very well, like usual. The crowd with the weenies chant, all right, feels kind of forced. Tully sweeps Chuck's foot to help FTR pin. I need to do commentary for this part. The Soul Food, half and half by Best Friends.
Wait a minute, Mangria, hold on. You do commentary? I thought 10 Cunts did commentary.
I thought it was 10 Cunts. I thought it was like your
It was a
Do you-
tribute, guys. It was
What?
a tribute.
Wait, so do you do commentary for like some like weird indie promotion or something? I don't know. All I watch is APPW. So.
I write notes. I write notes for 10 Cunts. I say, hey, 10 Cunts, you should emphasize this, and make sure you make a big deal out of this. So
it's like Vince's list of banned words. It's Mangria's list of emphasis.
Yeah,
that's right.
I can respect it.
FTR with a toss-up powerbomb double team was sweet. At this point, I'm wondering if Santana and Ortiz are going to interfere because, they're feud with the best friends, but I guess that's over now. Dolph Ziggler wears the same boots as Trent, just in white. I guess it's a HBK tribute. HBK wore those boots. Dolph Ziggler wears them in white. I guess Trent wears them in black. Best friends hit strong zero. Cash for the save. Cash hits a brainbuster to Chuck on the outside. Trent drop kicks Cash over the guardrail. Trent tries to spear Cash through Kip's arcade machine and misses. Cash putting himself through it.
Do you mean Trent?
I don't know why I wrote that. Hold on, maybe the emphasis and misses. Cash.
There it is. We're getting Mangria's drunk confusion now.
Yeah, buddy.
The mics is kicking in. Kip tells Penelope, "Get him! Get him!" And that's when Penelope walks her hot ass to the back. FTR with Trent in the ring. Try to hit the finisher. Chuck for the save. Cash hits Chuck with the belt as ref dives out of the way. Dax pin for the win. FTR is 12-0, Ceizar. Good
I
lord.
know. Yeah, I'm in love.
And like you guys say, we do get got to give the people what they want. And then that's the match. You take it from here, Ceizar.
All right. So after that, I wrote down Miro pissed. Chopper mad. I literally wrote that.
Champa mad.
Miro comes out and destroys the best friends by himself. He yells a bunch of words in Bulgaria. I didn't have my my translator shit on the TV, so I really didn't give two fucks. And then they have a match. I literally wrote down Miro versus two Negroes. Miro beating people up. Kip does a move. Miro does more shit and wins. Mangria, did you write any notes about the tag match after the tag match?
I didn't write two Negroes. I wrote because as soon as they said their names, I jumped on it. I was writing as fast as possible. It was Lee Johnson and Sean Maluta versus.
I've heard of Lee Johnson. Lee Johnson's been on Dark.
Well, Sean Maluta was in the CWC, if you remember that.
Oh.
He's a Samoan.
Okay.
Okay.
Miro murders them. Game over.
Wow.
And it was funny when he got the accolade. His arm slipped over his head, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit!" And he got the accolade back on. Kip cuts a promo. You went too far, and then Miro says, "Good friends,
Yeah.
you broke my sheet."
Shit counter at one. Shit counters at one.
That's what I wrote.
Brettzky, do you have notes about this squash tag kind of 2-on-1 match and the promo afterward?
Yeah, I wrote Miro attacks best friends because their arcade game got destroyed. Miro's music is still awesome. I wrote no notes on the match. Geez, Kip went from a cool dude to a video game nerd all because WWE changed its Twitch policy. Miro with the shit of the week, and he called them good friends, which was very funny. I like how they're kind of making Miro's lack of full understanding of the English language an actual gimmick, because that is funny. But other than that, don't care. And then like the arms. I think it was WrestleBotch posted it on their Instagram. One of the wrestling sites, the Wrestling Classic, WrestleBotch. One of them posted it. Very funny.
Way too excited to get that move on.
Very funny. But yeah, don't care. They ruined Kip Sabian all because they want to. This is the problem with taking shots at other companies, and I understand it's a war, but Kip Sabian had so much potential as a super bad character, and he's still super bad. But don't make him a fucking Twitch streamer, because oh, WWE's making rules about Twitch. Ooh, wow, spooky. A corporation's making rules about its employees.
Do you remember? You remember his old tag team partner, that British guy who got busted with a Me Too?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, Jimmy Havoc.
When
Havoc.
Kip and Jimmy Havoc were tagging, you took them serious. They were legit.
Yeah,
Like there was
they
no
were
video
gold.
game, no video game bullshit. And
Yeah.
like you said, Bretsky, they're putting this fucking video game stuff on him. Now we can't take Kip serious like we were when he was tagging with Jimmy Havoc.
Or Miro, for that matter.
Yeah. For a guy who fucking left the company because he felt like he was getting disrespected on some fuck shit.
Disrespect.
Disrespected. You're literally starting your new career on some fuck shit. Like
He started, like, they started off fine with them getting married and Miro being the best man because they have the connection. Like, that's fine. That's all good and well because they understand why. But now they have the fucking arcade game. All of a sudden, it's named Albert. Since when was it named Albert or whatever the fuck they named it? Like,
they go to Dave and Buster's. They ran out of Dave and Buster's and fucking lose all.
By the way, you know they only made him the best man because they wanted his song to say "I am the best." So they're like, fuck it, he's the best man in the wedding. That's why, you know, that'll make sense to the fans. That's why his song says that.
Did you guys watch when like Private Party took over the AEW story, and they were like, doing one of their things with their backstage, and like they rolled up on Miro, and he's literally playing video games, and they're like, well, we know you're the best man, but if you were getting married, who would your best man be? He goes, oh well, he'd be the best man. Yeah, but who is the best man? The best man is the best man. Like, I was like, bro, you're making this too much of a gimmicky thing now, like by saying just the best man or whatever. But I digress. I think they go to commercial. I know Mox and Archer were fucking up shit backstage.
Yeah.
Archer was beating Mox up on a table, and saying,
Jake Roberts jerking off in the background.
Yeah, Jake Roberts is walking with a half a bottle of water, which he had for the whole night. If you watch that water bottle. It never changed from a half a water bottle.
I have that as a note. I have that as one of my notes.
See? And it had the lid on it. So that means this man literally drank half a bottle of water and saved it for an hour and a half.
It's like when they used to have like Jerry Lawler and like Cole would have the bottles of Mountain Dew in front of them.
Yeah,
And
the Gatorade
they would take one sip maybe, and that would be it.
Yeah, but you always saw full bottles there, and then like a bottle had a sip out of it. Yeah. So they finally talked about the tournament with the for the title shot, and of course, Hangman and Kenny are on opposite ends, like we didn't know. I talked to my friend at work who I talked to wrestling with, and we talked about this, and I'm just like, you know what? AEW has these tournaments with predetermined storylines where you know who's going to be in the finals. Like, I will at least give WWE that. Any tournament they have, you never know who's going to be in the finals. Every King of the Ring, you don't know who's going to win that shit. You don't even can't predict what the finals are going to be.
Yeah, we thought that Chad Gable could have won this past one.
Yeah, and it was fucking because we were like, oh man, he's going in hot, and then he's getting wins, and then it's fucking King Corbin. But we know out of the assholes who are in this tournament. Then how are you going to pick how are you going to pit LAX against each other in the first round?
Ceizar, can we go over this in detail? Because I actually wrote it down.
I didn't write down shit, but yes, we can, sir. Let's do it.
I wrote down the bracket here, and there's going to be several matches, but the only match I care about is Penta
versus Ray Phoenix. Yeah.
That is going to steal the entire fucking tournament. I cannot wait to see those fuckers take on each other.
No, it isn't. It's going to be – is Kenny on that side?
It's Penta versus Phoenix first round. Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela first round. On
Joey Janela?
Yeah. No.
I forgot about it.
Kenny versus Ray Phoenix is going to steal that whole tournament.
Anything with Phoenix is going to steal the fucking tournament.
Yeah, we know this.
On the right side, it's Brettzky. Boom, boom.
Colt Cabana. Boom, boom.
Versus Hangman Page, our drunken hero, Ceizar. Also, Wardlow versus Jungle Boy could possibly be a great match as well. So we all love to predict the tournament. So we'll reference this episode when the tournament is finished. So let's make our predictions now. since the
Okay.
beginning brackets. I'll go first because I'm going to say Phoenix beats Penta. Omega beats Janela, of course.
Yeah.
No way.
And because I'm an idiot, and I'm going to curse him, Phoenix defeats Omega. Phoenix defeats Omega. On the other side, Colt Cabana versus Hangman. Hangman wins, of course. Hangman. And then Wardlow versus Jungle Boy. Wardlow. Fuck it. Wardlow.
The War
wins.
Dog.
And between Hangman and Wardlow, I'll say Hangman wins. Hangman versus Phoenix at Full Gear. Ceizar, who's winning, Penta or Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Thank you. Omega or Janela?
Omega.
Colt Cabana, boom boom, or Hangman Page?
Drunk.
Wardlow versus Jungle Boy.
Here's where you can make Jungle Boy. And I don't think they'll do it. Here's where you can make Jungle Boy legit. If you want to make Jungle Boy legit, of course MJF will be out there, but he won't cheat for War Dog. But maybe Luchasaurus and
Don't you say it. Don't you fucking say it. Fuck.
I'm not gonna say his name, but he'll be out there.
Ugh.
But if they cheat to keep MJF away and do some fuck shit, here's where you can make Jungle Boy legit. I'm gonna say it just for an upset, because the upset needs to happen in this tournament. I'm gonna pick Jungle Boy.
Whoa, Jungle Boy. Okay.
I'm high on Wardlow because I think he needs to be a star.
Yeah.
But if you want to make Jungle Boy, he's got to win this match.
Okay, then we're going to the semifinals. Phoenix versus Omega. Who wins?
Kenny.
How dare you? Okay. And semifinals, Hangman versus Jungle Boy.
The drunk.
Well, okay, so Ceizar's finals obviously are Omega versus Hangman, but Brettzky, now we're on the U. Penta versus Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Thank you.
Watch Penta win this match, and I'm going to be pissed.
You motherfucker. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
We all picked him.
Hey,
We all picked him.
former Impact champion right there in Penta.
I'm saying.
What's Impact? What?
I don't know.
Some show they talk about on the pregame, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela.
Joy. No. Kenny.
Okay. On the other side, boom, boom. Colt Cabana versus Hangman Page.
Hangman Adam Page are gonna win that match.
War Dog versus Jungle Boy.
I'm gonna say this.
Don't you fucking say his name.
No. Well, I'm gonna say his name. I'm not gonna. He who should not be named. He who should not be named.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say War Dog wins, but I like what Ceizar was saying. I think what it'll end up being, at least the way I would book it, if I possessed the power of having a old worn out bull skeeted in a shirt, and I had the power to book, I would make it so that MJF is so preoccupied with convincing Jericho to join the Inner Circle that he's not out there, and War Dog has to prove himself. He's going on his own. At this point, you have the rest of Lucha Jungle Express out there, and he who should not be named eventually costs Jungle Boy the victory because he tries to do something to help them, because they keep on mentioning how he's a gnat. So I imagine that he does something that costs Jungle Boy the victory, and eventually maybe Jungle Boy could snap down the line. I don't know, but yes. I think War Dog wins and goes on to the next round.
Okay, then on the semifinal round, we've all agreed that Phoenix will fight Omega. Brettzky, who are you picking?
I am having Phoenix with the upset.
Yes.
And keep in mind, I'm only saying this. I know that the one that we're all expecting is Hangman versus Kenny. I want to have this other alternative out there because I want this in the universe. So maybe, just maybe, it happens. But I'm putting Phoenix.
But
Ceizar.
we're gonna talk about it later. So I have a theory about BTE, which is what's leading me to what I picked.
Well, Ceizar, could you imagine if we got 3 weeks in a row, Phoenix versus Penta? We got Phoenix versus Omega, and then we got Phoenix versus Hangman. Holy
Whoa.
shit!
But
Oh, sorry, Brett. Sorry. I'm just saying. I'm just hypothetically.
you
Okay.
know, we never get what we want from any of these wrestling shows, no matter what.
Hey, man, a brother can dream. A
Like Cody
brother
did.
can dream.
Hey, we can all dream. Hey, look, I would love it. Personally, I would love it. But as we will talk about after, I have a theory about BTE.
Well,
So
let's
we'll
get Brettzky's semifinals. Hangman versus Wardlow. Who wins?
Wardlow wins.
Whoa! Phoenix
because-
versus Wardlow.
Because Kenny loses to Phoenix first. Kenny's whole mission was to get rid of Hangman Page. Kenny costs Hangman the match against the Ward Dog. MJF's still not out there. So then Ward Dog goes on to the finals.
I like it. Anything with Phoenix involved, I like it. But watch Ceizar next week. Phoenix loses the Penta first round.
I'm gonna flip shit. I swear to God.
I mean, are we
pissed?
Are we going to be predicting the winner of the tournament right now or no?
No. That's till Full Gear predictions. That's a while away.
Oh, that's right. It's going to happen in full
Yeah,
gear. That's
so-
right. That's right.
Well, at least we have it written down to see.
Yeah.
what's going on.
I just want to say, in case I forget, I just want to say my reasoning behind this is that MJF hadn't been caring about Wardlow because he wants to focus more on the inner circle. When Wardlow makes it to the finals, in my scenario, MJF finally starts caring. I think that maybe this leads to the official breakup of MJF and Wardlow.
So we'll get to that when we get to a certain promo, and I have a different opinion.
Ceizar, the
Promo.
show is back to you.
All right. So we talked about Heyman and Kenny, book it, and then obviously, we're at that point. So MJF and the War Dog, who are cleaner than Kenny when he was in New Japan. God damn, these boys came out dressed to impress, as they always do. Still looking better than Tony Khan. Wrote that in my notes. MJF has a big announcement, and he calls out Le Champion. I don't know why I wrote Chris Jericho and crew with the jackets. I did not write Inner Circle. I don't know what I was thinking.
You wrote more than you had to.
Yeah. So, of course, the Inner Circle comes out. The fans sing along. And MJF, this promo, Jesus Christ. First of all, stating all the fans are off key. I like how Jericho shouted out that Sammy Guevara was holding his jacket and not wearing it. When Jericho made him put it on, MJF said, like a glove, eh? Eh? Sammy, it looks good on you. MJF on the mic is gold. He never flubs. He never misses. Even when he was like, I kind of hypothetically want to maybe, shoulda, coulda, woulda, thinking about joining the Inner Circle. Even though the lead up to that was like, I kind of want to join the inner child in me and making my dreams come true. No, wait. Come on, Maxwell, get it together. The fucking, you're at home watching Animal Planet. I hate Animal Planet. These two guys, okay, look, I was sports entertained. Like you said, Brettzky, we're saving time for something. I was sports entertained. This was gold. They ended up going to a steak dinner, even though mentioning that they never had a one-on-one match. Thought maybe it would lead to that. But no, they're going to a steak dinner to figure out if MJ is a good fit for the Inner Circle. I will get your points on this, and then I will hit you with my hot take future booking. And you guys can dissect it as you will. But Brettzky, what do you have any notes about this extended promo of sports entertainment from, I think, one of the best future talkers in the business, MJF, and one of the greats still going, 30 Years of Jericho?
Yeah, I got some notes on this. Dad Jericho telling Sammy just put on the jacket. It's disrespectful. It's a gift. It's like a fucking 7XL. It's like a glove. And Sammy just looks like a pissed little kid, like when your grandma gets you like homemade knitted socks for Christmas.
Mhm.
MJF asking to touch Jericho's hair. And he touches Jericho. He's like, "Oh, I got it." Then Jericho with the classic, yeah, he touched it. Oh, we'll cut the shit. So that was great.
Oh, that's right. The shit counters at 2. I wrote that down. Shit counters at 2.
I can keep it real, homie. Right, proud and powerful. Oh
Bruh.
my god.
Then he hit the chest. He hit the fucking chest.
He did. I can keep it. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it killed me. Jericho hates Animal Planet. It's not under the Turner umbrella. That was great. And
So
MJF saying what we're all thinking. Wow, that was so weirdly random and oddly specific, but okay.
yeah.
Oh man, MJF being a Jericho fanboy is a weirdly great character development, and like you wouldn't think it because you always think MJF's like the asshole snarky dude,
Yeah.
but him just being a complete fanboy of Jericho makes so much sense because it's also true from everything that's been told about backstage. It's also true, but it makes so much sense and it's weird, so weirdly good. Then yeah, MJF and Jericho steak dinner next week. MJF going, Max, stop, you're embarrassing yourself. Oh, gold promo made me laugh the whole time. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a Le Dinner Dubinaire or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I am indeed excited for it.
Mangria, did you take notes on the promo, sir?
I did, but you guys said everything already. I can't wait to go over the next segment, by the way.
Oh my god, yes, I know who's next.
The only different line that I wrote that you guys said was that Sammy did get his jacket. Jericho tells him to put it on, and it's Mangria sized. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next segment, Ceizar.
So I have a theory that
Oh, sorry, yeah.
this leads to MJF joining, but MJF taking over.
Nation of Domination.
Yes. I believe MJF wants to join the Inner Circle because he said he can't do it by himself anymore. And him and the War Dog aren't enough. And he realizes that Jericho had the Inner Circle when he was champion. And he couldn't become champion just him on himself or him and War Dog. I believe, and especially how War Dog and Jake are staring each other down every time in the ring. And so what I've been saying is Santana and Ortiz and Sammy just can't stand MJF, but Jericho keeps entertaining him. Jericho keeps wanting MJF around, and they don't. And I feel like MJF is such the smooth talker that he can convince his way to turn those three against Jericho. But it's Jericho's decision to let him in. It's all going to be like, hey, Sammy, I thought you and Jericho were the tag team. But now it's him and Jake? Him and Jake are going at it? Santana and Ortiz, you guys were getting title shots and now you're losing to best friends in a parking lot? Where was the rest? It was a parking lot brawl. Where was the other three of the guys? Orange Cassidy showed up. Where are the rest of them? And then, so I feel like MJF and War Dog would be the new Jericho and Jake. And then MJF's going to be like, look, I'm on the winning streak now. Jericho's losing to guys like Orange Cassidy sticking his hands in his pocket. But I'm the one having the title shots. It's not him anymore. It's the new guard, like I keep saying. Not the old other promotion guys. It's us. And I feel like this leads to him kind of taking over Nation Domination style, which you could have Jericho and Jake. He can always be like, those guys have won world championships in other promotions. Those guys are well off. We haven't done shit. And we need to take over AEW. So that's my hot take. That's where I think the future should go.
Did you say APPW?
I said AEW. I was thinking.
He did say AEW.
AEW.
God damn it, you selfish, self-conscious
prick. Trying to plug your own shit. We're not even at that part of it.
We all plug it for you, you motherfucker.
What I do, and I guess admire, I don't know if that's the right word, about AEW is that if this was WWE, they'd have Mox They'd have Mox versus Jericho Mox versus MJF for like 3 pay-per-views in a
Three
row.
pay-per-views in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas they only had one match.
Yeah, they move
all
on.
out, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I kind of like that. Ceizar, is MJF still ranked number 1?
I haven't checked the rankings because they just pissed me off, and we'll get to that in the next match. I will check it tonight and let you know in the chat. You know what? The sad part is he's only had 1 loss, so I'm assuming he's like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because the other fuckboy Cody is now the champion again. So yeah,
Because when Nyla Rose lost to Shida, then she went to number 1 contender. So yeah, it would make sense for
like
MJF to still be number 1.
everybody else has multiple losses. Like MJF was like 9-0 until he fought Moxley, and then he dropped to 1. But he hasn't wrestled in a couple weeks. So sometimes when people don't wrestle, they still fall down the track because they haven't had a match. And I don't know if he's been on Dark or not to keep like his status. So he's still.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So he could be number 1, but then again, he could be like 2 or 3. But I don't know who would take his spot because I don't fucking know.
It was Archer.
Probably Archer probably was number 1, but no, Archer just had a title shot, so he could have been number 5 with a title shot. You never know. Who knows where Brody's at?
No, hey.
Oh, sorry.
MBL.
Those were who doesn't know where the
By the way, if you're one of the masses who doesn't know where MBL comes from, definitely go check out. I believe 2 hangovers ago, 2 tripods ago. The last one that was on Spotify, the Mangria with his drunken genius. We were coining MBL.
NBL.
Drunken brilliance.
Yeah, kinkies. All right. The next match.
No.
Not a match?
Segment.
I don't remember the segment. What was the segment? I didn't write this down.
This is the Good Doctor. It's the Good Doctor.
Did you not write this down, Ceizar?
Dude, I must have fast forward through this.
No.
It's like the best segment of the night.
This was the highlight of the night. This was the highlight of the night.
I watched this on YouTube, but I thought they like did this somewhere else. I didn't know this was on.
This was right after Jericho.
Bretsky, take it.
Take it away. Take it away.
All right, so on commentary, JR's preparing us for Tony's next thing, and I'm thinking, oh, it's got to be with a Good Doctor.
No, but he said that. I remember him saying that, but I just don't remember watching it.
Oh my God!
All of a sudden, it cuts to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, getting spa day, and you think it's just her getting interviewed by Tony Schiavone, while she's getting the spa, and lo and behold,
I always have a spa day, yeah.
Lo and behold, the camera zooms over, and fucking Tony is at least shirtless, getting a spa day with the Good Doctor, interviewing her from the spa table. And all of a sudden, Reba comes over and just trips over everything, which is fucking funny. She puts up the rules are going back to basics, back to the rules of being a role model. Rule number 5, Dr. Rebecca DMD, of course, does an Undertaker sit-up, gets the mask off her face, and apparently, to quote JR, apparently, you got to be the baddest bitch on the block. Apparently, JR said that, which I wholeheartedly believe.
No. I do remember JR saying it earlier in the night because he said, yeah, Tony, apparently you had an interview with Dr. Britt Baker, the baddest bitch.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense now. I was like, what the fuck did JR?
Yeah, it was before they went commercial about something.
Yeah. So you got to be the baddest bitch on the block. And all of a sudden, now that their masks off and she's sitting up, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, looks over and says, oh my God, Tony, are you naked? And she starts screaming. Her and Reba start screaming. Tony's like, whoa, we're getting a spa day. We're getting a spa day. And then is when the magic starts happening. They cut to Tony. They're having a fun day out at the spa. They start waxing Tony's chest. And they all have fun. Reba's like, oh, no, I can't yank. Just yanks it off. Tony's having probably the time of his life. Oh, man. And then Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the Good Doctor's giving the foot fetishists what they want, showing her foot getting a close-up of her pedicure, basically just saying, I'm coming back. The comeback is complete. Everyone has a good comeback, and the comeback is complete next week. So Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, coming back next week. She tells Tony to cover up, throws a towel over his bare legs, so he can cover up when he apologizes, and then they send it back to the desk. Holy mother of God. The fact that they had MJF immediately into this was just too much greatness in one moment. I couldn't handle it.
This was the segment of the fucking week. Tony at Spa with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, like Brettzky said. They're both getting massaged. Tony is laying, but he holds the mic to Britt's face. It's pretty funny. They're both laying down. Tony's titties are hanging out. Britt yells for Reba. She sets up the easel with the noteboard, rules of being a role model. Britt screams at Tony, "Are you naked?" And they both, Britt Baker and Reba, look at each other and go, "Ah!" They look at the camera, cut. It's pretty funny. Britt has Tony's chest wax like the 40-year-old virgin. Britt and Reba take turns pulling off the strips of wax on Tony's chest. They get their feet massaged. Brett tells Tony to cover up his junk because his junk was like sort of exposed when they were laying back, getting their feet massaged. Britt Baker is in action next week for her comeback. Britt Baker's comeback is next week. Ceizar, I highly recommend you go back and watch this fucking segment. It was incredible.
I'm pretty sure it's just as gold as you two described it. Fucking Tony had his meat out. That was fucking hilarious. Is there no HR? Tony had his meat out with just females. But he's at a spa though. So spa rules, you gotta have your meat out.
That's true.
He's relaxed at spa day. Tony was right, man. He had a couple mules. He was thinking about WCW. He had his meat out with some hot women in the room.
It was Tony's night.
Tony's living his best life.
He's living his best life, man. Let that man's meat swing.
With his earring.
I always forget about the fucking earring. Then I'll see it glimmer. I'm like, oh god damn it, Tony.
All right. So after we had a
Mangria down.
down, I'll read through the notes. We'll probably be back in time. After Tony's brush of greatness with his meat hanging out, we got Cody Hurst Helmsley versus Orange Cassidy for the TNT Championship. So we get in the ring, we start the match. There's just Orange being Orange. The ref keeps trying to point to the ears with the shades. Cody's trying to get him to do the tie-up. Cody jumps at him a couple times, and Orange doesn't flinch, man. He's too cool for school. Still too cool for school. Cody knocks the glasses off. Orange kicks them shits back, and here we go. We're getting Orange. We're not getting a slow Orange build-up. We're getting Orange out the gate. Always like. We got the tie-up, couple tie-ups, and then Orange pushing Cody back into the ropes. We got a rope back, and the Orange just the lazy push, pissing off Cody, getting into mind games, getting a tie-up again.
Aww. Look at Mangria's pussy.
His name's Weiner.
Oh man, Mangria's pussy's named Wiener? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I have a pussy named Wiener. Nice.
Aww. That's adorable. Too adorable. Too wholesome for this motherfucking podcast.
Too wholesome for this podcast that we talk about. Cody gets Orange behind the back, and Orange slips the hands into the pocket, breaks the hold, falls back, kicks Cody, hits the tip up. I wrote tip up by the juice. And then he
Juice. Wow.
And then he goes to work with the mat skills and 2 pin attempts early. Cody with the strength game as he picks Orange up, holds him for the suplex for a while, lets the blood rush to his head, slams him down, and then we go, and JR likes to say, keep the action going. Pritcher and Pritcher. Barbecue shop. We come back. Orange is being Orange again with the super kicks. And then Cody hits him with a punch. Orange comes back with a real super kick, knocks Cody outside, and a dive to the outside. Because Odie hits the barricade, and he's laying there. And then for some reason, after like 3 seconds of laying on the barricade, he puts his leg up on the barricade like he almost is getting knocked over, but he's not. But the Dark Order sitting right there. Then Mangria's favorite member on BTE, Silver.
Yeah.
As Jericho like to say, "Hi ho, Silver." Grabs. Hold on, Silver grabs the title, and hi ho JR. I actually wrote it JR. Hi ho, Silver, and is running around with the belt. Orange knocks Silver out, grabs the belt. Double A is there, Brandy's there. Orange is holding the title. He gives it, I believe, to Brandy. Dark Order is tossed, all of them. Anna Jay looks pissed. Still hot though. Whew, still hot. He gives the belt to Double A. And then he throws Cody back into the ring. Orange goes for the crossbody. Cody picks him up, roll through, and then Orange gets for the roll through. Orange counters that, hits the Stun Dog Millionaires. Excalibur likes to yell when Orange hits his move. I just wrote Stun Dog Millie. Into the Cody Cutter. Excalibur then yelled after that. JR is confused by Darby because he just doesn't know why Darby is sitting at the outside of the ring. Hold on. So something about NBL. I can't remember that. JR confused. Oh no, JR confused Darby for NBL because he said, Mr. Brody Lee just sitting in the crowd. Darby Allin just sitting in the crowd watching this match.
Classic JR.
Classic JR. This is where I wrote a star, and I go to the top of the notes where I wrote the star again, because that's where they showed the little logo that Darby Allin gets a match at the winner of All Out. This is where I got mad again, Mangria, because I was like, how the hell does Darby Allin got a match for the TNT title? This motherfucker's got one win in the last 4 months. He has a match, he gets injured. He has a match, he gets injured. He has a match, he gets injured. He beat Ricky Starks, and now he's fighting for this fucking title? What kind of fuck shit is this? I'm mad. Go back to notes. So I'm back to the notes. Basement drop kick by Cody. Disaster kick by Cody. Kick out. And Cody starts working that leg. That's where the part where he pulls him out to the outside. Hits him with the steel ring post, which JR called the hardest part of the ring.
The actual hardest part of the ring.
Actual hardest part of the ring. Which and then Cody gets him back in the ring, starts doing push-ups. So Cody being a little bit heelish, letting the pride get to him, works the leg a little bit more. Then he starts giving him donkey punches to the back of the head. I refuse to call that thing anything else but donkey punches. Reverse suplex off the top, which they care to mention that Orange Cassidy landed on his leg where Cody's been working all night. And Orange pulls Cody into the post. And Cassidy hits the DDT and the 2 count. The Mikinochu driver, somebody mentions that Mikinochu is smiling somewhere. Then the figure 4 with the rollover, then the roll back, then the rollover, then the roll back, then the roll all the way to the rope, and then the bitch break on the apron. Said you time and what the fuck? What does this mean? 5 seconds.
Is that how much time was remaining?
Oh yeah, some fuck shit. No, well that's later, but I think he said something like 30 seconds, I believe. Then we got a double clothesline. Cassidy gets pissed. He's all hopped up. Then we got a crossroads into a swinging DDT. He set up for the crossroads. Orange hit it to the swinging DDT. It's the beach break number 2 with 5 seconds left. He goes for the pin. He rolls it up. It's like 1, 2, match is over. This is, I wrote, bruh. This is the shit ending count number 2. They found the longest way to make sure that Cody did not lose this title after giving it back. You have no clear clue who's the winner, but now they're having a match in 2 weeks. Honestly, I think they should have a triple threat at fucking Full Gear, since Darby gets a fucking title shot out of nowhere for winning nothing. I literally wrote, this is some Cody fuck shit, so he can still have the belt at the anniversary show. He walks in and out as champion, which is the look for Cody Jarrett to always be strong. He had the blonde hair back, what's the point of wearing the brown hair? Now, if they were going to do that, I will say I like the fact that if he wants to darken up the hair for guys like Brody or Archer, because they're really pissing him off genuinely, and he feels like the darker is some more natural evil hair versus like Soup Cody with the blonde hair and he's easygoing. But angry ass, I'm gonna kill you, Cody, is some fucking dark hair shit. That's fine. Look, that's that motherfucker's hair. If he wants to keep bleaching it, that's on him. But that is where I wrote the shit inning count is at 2. I did not like the draw. I guarantee you. I mean, I get it because you want to make Orange not take another loss, but you don't want to make Cody not take a loss. And I still don't know how the fuck Darby Allin got a title shot. Mangria, let us know what you wrote down on the paper and what do you think about the ending of this match.
TNT title matchup that was set up from last week. Orange Cassidy versus Cody with the blonde hair. He comes out with Brandy, Jarrett. And Arn, the Waffle House menu returns.
Turn, baby.
Darby Allin is in the stands. Oh, by the way, Ceizar, Cody's the prince of pro wrestling. I don't know if you caught that bullshit.
I don't care what they say about Cody.
Orange Cassidy, very sloth-like in the beginning. He gets shoved, but it's on because his glasses fell off. And Cody touted during the week he's going to make Orange Cassidy do something he's never done before. And collar and elbow lockup. Orange Cassidy shoves Cody, but, Orange Cassidy, he just does the fingertips like this. Very Orange Cassidy-like. Skinny Orange Cassidy made Cody look fucking jacked. Cody looked like the Incredible Hulk compared to Orange Cassidy during this matchup. The commercial picture-in-picture.
Remember, he put on 12 pounds of muscle to fight Brody Lee last week.
That's right. They kept mentioning that on commentary. The commercial picture-in-picture, Cody fucking hip tosses Orange Cassidy out of the ring. Orange Cassidy gets his sweet chin music, but he pays for it, trying to do his gimmick. Orange Cassidy then hits a real super kick. Cody outside of the ring. Orange Cassidy dives at him. The Dark Order tries to screw with Cody. And Brettzky, I'll give Brettzky all the credit. He says John Silver is Mr. BTE. Gets the TNT title. Tries to get Cody. Orange Cassidy grabs the belt away. The ref throws Dark Order out. You, get out of here. And they all got thrown out. John Silver overreacts, which was my favorite part of the whole match, John Silver overreacting. Orange Cassidy with the Stun Dog Millionaire. Cody hits the Cody Cutter. JR says, Mr. Darby Allin, instead of MBL. Darby Allin will challenge for the TNT title at Full Gear, ? That's where me and Ceizar are seeing eye to eye. Like, what the fuck? Cody with the Disaster King. Cody does push-ups. Arn sees this and shits his depends because he doesn't like it when Cody shows off. Cody top rope reverse suplex. Orange Cassidy then hits that diving DDT. I love that move. And then Ceizar, like you said, the Michinoku driver. Cody with the figure 4. Orange Cassidy keeps reversing the pressure. Orange Cassidy with the beach break onto the apron. Orange Cassidy beach break in the ring. Time is running out. With 1 second remaining, Orange Cassidy had Cody pinned, but the time ran out. It's a draw. Brettzky is taking a break to beat off to this point of the matchup. Brettzky, what did you think? Well, personally,
1 second. I'll be right. I just gotta turn the light off real quick for my my roommate's going to bed.
Well, Ceizar, I know you said you didn't like that it ended in a draw because of the Cody fuck shit. Yeah. I gotta be honest. With it ending in a draw, it kind of protected both of them. Like, I know we don't really like Cody and he's putting himself over all the time.
Yeah.
But I would rather see a draw than Cody pinning Orange Cassidy. I didn't want Orange Cassidy to lose. He put up a hell of a fight, and I think by this ending in a draw, it protected Orange Cassidy. I know it was a fuck shit ending, number 2 on the count, but I kind of liked the ending in a draw because it protected Orange Cassidy because I don't know why Cody turned his hair blonde again, but Cody is gonna put himself over at all costs. But those are my 2 cents on the match.
Yeah, I would have actually liked to see Orange Cassidy win. Personally,
It would have been nice.
I wouldn't have been mad that Cody got his vengeance against Brody. Well, I would have been mad. Let's be honest. I was mad because fucking Brody deserved a longer title run than that.
Yeah.
Just because it took you 5 weeks to film your TV show. But I would have liked for Orange to get the win, but I'll go into that afterwards. Mr. 99, finer than Cameron Grimes, break down the TNT Championship match for us, sir.
Hey, I appreciate the compliment, but no one is finer than fine Cameron Grimes.
Hey, Brettzky, what the hell, man? You don't have your background.
No, I turned the lights off. My roommate's going to bed, so.
No, I mean, you
You mean
remember,
the Cameron
last
Grimes
week?
background.
Oh
Remember last
yeah.
week?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Don't you worry. Gonna keep filibustering. Blah blah. So, man, how about that airline food?
There it is. There it is.
Oh boy. Here it is.
There it is.
Oh boy. Yes. So look at that, Ceizar. Look at that man right there.
I'm about to get a Booty Storm background.
I could. No, so my first note. Oh, I get it now. They cut every other entrance so they could fit Cody's. Makes sense. Then fuck right off. The bleached hair is back. Darby Allin looking like a '90s kid cosplaying Sting at a wrestling show. Because Bleacher Report Wrestling put out a fucking post, like a side by side of Darby and Sting, and I'm like, fuck off. I know they were trying to go for that, but don't compare Darby Allin to Sting.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. You know, like-
Orange making the collar and elbow turn into the pockets was great. Dark Order fuck shit is fuck shit. This was fuck shit certified. You guys touched on all the stuff in the match. I don't touch on it, but the silver stuff was great because, of course, it was Mr. BTE. The fact they were able to get the ending as perfectly as they did, I give them props because that's tough. That's tough. We've seen in the past that people fuck that up in WWE all the time when it comes to the countdown clocks and all that. But I wrote, let me get this straight. Jericho beat Cody. Cassidy beat Jericho twice, and Cassidy can't beat MBL and can only draw with Cody. Cassidy is losing championship credibility if he had it at all anyway. Still a cool way to end. How the ref is about to count 3. My point still stands. I still don't know why Darby's getting a title shot. Like you guys said, that makes no sense. A lot of this makes no sense. I think that it would have been great if it's the anniversary show, like I mentioned last week, to have that changing of the guard to where it's not just the old heads anymore. It's someone like Orange, or as Jim Cornette lovingly calls them, pockets. It's whether or not you're a fan of, because you're either a fan of Orange Cassidy or you're not.
You're not.
But I think that something like that shows that it's like, okay, whether or not you like Orange Cassidy, you can give him a short title run because that's someone who doesn't need a championship. He's just a fun act who can go with people, but give him the championship for like a couple of weeks and then let something happen.
Yeah.
But I think that if you have Cody drop it to someone like an Orange Cassidy, that is a changing of the guard on your anniversary show. Of saying we're not having these old heads anymore.
Yeah.
We're having stuff like this. We're having new stuff. We're having stuff that you would never see in WWE. We're having stuff that you only see like if you went to like your local flea market. This is stuff that you could see it on. You could see it on national TV. It's great. They really fucked up. I don't know why Darby's getting a title shot. I hope Darby doesn't win. It's going to be a good match because Darby and Cody have had great matches before. But
Darby's never won.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. And it's going to be good. But Darby's not going to win. If Darby wins, it's bullshit. Then at least a triple threat, whatever, who cares? But I truly think that Cody should have lost. Whether it's to Orange Cassidy or to anyone else, whoever he was facing on the anniversary show, he should have lost.
Yeah. So when I watched The Hangover, I saw the homework was what would you hope they do more that they haven't done in a while. This was my I feel like this is one of those things that they haven't done in a while. I want a title change on a fucking TV show. I don't want a pay-per-view. I would like a big match on TV, and I want a title change. Like, think about every time you've seen a title change on a Raw or a SmackDown. Like, how hard did you pop when Eddie beat Brock for that on SmackDown? Didn't lead to a pay-per-view. It was on a SmackDown. Those are on a fucking regular.
No, Eddie beat Brock at No Way Out in San Francisco.
Beat him on SmackDown.
No, he beat him at No Way
Yeah,
Out.
that was No Way Out.
There was No Way Out, but I'm thinking of something else on SmackDown. But like, how many times would you pop if you just saw Orange Cassidy win this title Wednesday instead of All Gear, instead of you had something you had to pay for? But all right, it's the anniversary show. Like, no champion really lost. Like, what's the point of having these matches? Like, they keep having these matches on NXT or Raw or Smack, whatever. Like, Roman Reigns versus Braun tonight. Roman ain't dropping that title on the show. But that would be great, though. If you want to make some waves, like, oh, shit. Like, they mention it every time it does happen. Like, it's been 18 damn years since the champion's been lost on a Raw. Like, they mention shit like that. And because it's true, like, they have these big blow-off matches on pay-per-views, but you can have a big blow-off match on a TV show as well. I guarantee you it'll give you ratings, or it'll pop Twitter, and they will fucking spaz about, yo, I can't believe they fucking changed titles like this out of nowhere. It wasn't like a big, third match blow-off. It, happened maybe in the second match.
The last time they did that on AEW was the Jericho Cruise when
no, Cody. I mean, you're talking about before Cody, because Cody won it on TV last week.
Yeah, Cody won on TNT, but we know Cody was going to win because he's fucking Cody. But I want a great match between two guys where you kind of don't think a Lance Archer type person who is kind of unknown gets his title shot not at Full Gear but gets it on Dynamite could have been a big pop.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. But that would have been a better pop. Or, the tag titles changing hands. It's not at a pay-per-view, but on fucking Dynamite.
Yeah.
I feel like you need these things if you're really going to build a company. Like, you need something on Dynamite, not making people pay $60 for these pay-per-views. And then that's when you do your title changes.
Right. And, the way I look at it also, it generates interest and generates viewership because, back when the last two that I can remember from WWE are Brock beating Kofi and Ziggler beating Rollins for the IC title. And when Ziggler beat Rollins, that was, of course, it was open challenge. But, I had gone into that. When I was watching, I'm I'll watch the, I was watching them because I knew they'd be good matches. But up until when Ziggler won it, I was oh, yeah, of course, he's not going to lose on a pay-per-view. Then when Ziggler won it, I tuned into Raw for the next, 2 weeks to see what would happen. Yeah. And then, of course, they continued the story. They stopped the open challenge, and it went to SummerSlam and Dean Ambrose return and all that. But it generated my interest enough to where I actually made it a concerted effort to watch Raw. Mm-hmm. And that's a big ask to watch Raw. So
it's going to be 2.5 hours of garbage. Right. You're really only watching for one segment. Yeah.
Right. And if you're running it, and you have to keep people interested, where if you see the card going forward, if you're I only have X amount of free time in my night, and it's time for NXT or time for Dynamite, and I see this title match on the card. Well, I know the champ's not going to lose on TV, so I'll just wait for the pay-per-view, or I won't watch this week. But if I know there's even an inkling that a title could change hands and there's a title match, I'm going to watch. I'm going to spend my free time watching your product. So
that's why the debut episode of SmackDown on Fox got 4 million viewers. Because fucking Kofi versus Brock, everyone's I wonder what's going to happen. And we all got fucking screwed. Kofi got screwed big time, but then they gave us Cain Velasquez. Mm-hmm. That was kind of bullshit. But, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Well, that was even big at the time as well. Because Cain Velasquez, I was excited to see him at first. Because if you know the history of it, even stuff like that. WWE does that a lot with the surprises. But in terms of title changes, you got to be able to, because we all thought, oh, there's actually a chance that Kofi beats Brock.
Brock, yeah. Because, the last time was that NXT thing, Beast in the East, and Brock destroyed Kofi, but now you're oh, this is years later, and Kofi's the champ. They're not going to disrespect him with a squash. At least Kofi will put up a fight or something. And then, they gave us that fuck shit. But you tuned in because you're no way he's going to fucking lose the title on a fucking SmackDown in the first one that they moved to Fox. But, of course, they did.
And then you tune in after that, you're just what's going to happen? What's Brock going to do? And then Brock quit SmackDown. So you're oh, what's going to happen? Should I tune into Raw? I'm going to tune to Raw and see what happens. Is Brock going to show up? What's going to happen on SmackDown? I'm going to stay on SmackDown as well. It's viewership. And that's what you ultimately want.
I just realized we haven't went over the Sheeta match yet.
Yeah, it's coming up next. Swole versus Sheeta.
No, first things first. Sammy Guevara does the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing with Matt Hardy.
Oh, there was a Matt Hardy. Yeah, there was a Matt Hardy promo, and so he's talking about how he's there with his family. He enjoys being back. He's getting ready to be cleared so he can go back to in wrestling. Then you see a promo package come up on a big screen. It's a guy burning pictures of Matt Hardy, and then it's Sammy Guevara talking about, yeah, blah blah blah. It's always me, Matt. It's always me. I kind of tie this into my MJF theory, how MJF gets in, because I don't think Sammy will ever beat Matt. MJF will maybe complain to Jericho backstage, like this is your number 2? Like, he can't even beat this old guard. What the fuck are you talking about? This is why you need to let me in. So, that, like I said, that's here or there. That's a discussion for the chat. What did you guys think of this promo by Sammy, still threatening Matt that every time he comes back, he puts him on the shelf? Bretsky, we'll start with you. What did you think about this vignette here?
I didn't like it because I don't like that they're keeping Sammy with Matt because it's gone on for so long and nothing ever ends well. So I don't like that they're doing it. I would have much rather seen someone like a Ricky Starks or something like that, where it's a young guy, a young heel. Like if it's someone like, let's say it's Ricky Starks, for example, because that's the first one that came to my mind. It's Ricky Starks, and he goes, "Listen, you're an old motherfucker. You're staying here with your family. I don't give a shit about your family." Like that old classic line. The Brock Lesnar to Heath Slater, "I don't give a shit about your kids," kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there just should be room for me. Like, I shouldn't be relegated to fighting someone like Darby Allin. It should be me on the big spotlight, and you're taking the spotlight, you old guys, that kind of thing. It could lead to like him and Cage versus Hardy and Darby, and then it can lead to just, all that kind of thing. So I think that if Matt Hardy's purpose at this point is to basically be the veteran presence and to put other guys over, you got to move on from Sammy, because Sammy's over. Sammy's already over as it is, and obviously there's still more work to do. But I would, someone like like Ricky Starks, you could bring in a guy, someone like a Pac when he gets back, someone like an Eddie Kingston, even though he did stuff later on in the night, someone like an Eddie Kingston.
You're right. This has been great for Pac if he would have came back. This would have been so good.
Nothing ever ends well. I don't know why they're keeping Sammy with him. Nothing ever ends well. If they use someone else, and anyone else, any other young heel, that would have been great. But I don't get why you keep Sammy with him.
Mangria, thoughts?
Every time Sammy and Matt face each other, it's bad. It's bad news. Fucking Matt Hardy, he needs to move on, just like Bretsky said. There's so many other dudes they could have used. They could have even had like a teaser. They didn't have to show the dude in the fucking hoodie. They could have just had the guy in the hoodie lighting pictures on fire and be like, "Oh, I wonder who that was," and then move on to next week, building up intrigue. People, guessing who is it. I don't like Sammy versus Matt. They're gonna kill each other, or Sammy's gonna kill Matt. They need to move on from this. They said they were gonna move on from this. Matt said, "The feud between me and Sammy is over." They told us that, and they're still continuing it. I guess Matt is just determined to put over Sammy, I guess. I don't know. I don't like it. Not a fan.
All right, was the tag team thing next, or was it?
No, it was the AEW stealing Mangria's gimmick. Was next.
Oh, yeah, tag team thing. So they were picking names, stealing Mangria's gimmick for the a 4-way tag team thing to get to challenge the Revival next. They picked Private Party, the Bucks. I forget the other two.
Silver and Reynolds.
Butcher
and the Blade.
Yeah, because Silver was super stoked to be in this thing. So they mentioned all four. Fuck shit happened. Everybody got pissed. And what happens at the ends when the heels and the faces kind of phase off? The Bucks become heels again and super kick Private Party. Great sells, by the way.
Yeah.
Private Party, I will say. Great sells, by the way. And then they stare down the Revival like it's supposed to be a thing. And this is at All Gear, correct? Winner gets to fight at All Gear?
I think so. I think they fight.
Whoever wins moves on to fight. And could this be the most obvious outcome of all time?
Like I said, every time there's a tournament. But yeah, we don't know because the announcers kept saying that you can't count Private Party out because they're the ones who beat the Bucks for the initial tournament for the tag team title, so you can't count Private Party out. And then, of course, the Bucks super kick Private Party, I guess never forgetting. And then, we probably get a little bit of commercial, and then we get to everyone's favorite.
Wait, Ceizar. I think they are trying desperately to make up for All Out. All Out had so much negativity about it. I think that they're trying to make Full Gear just a notch above anything they've ever done. So that's why all this shit is predictable. Hangman versus Omega, Bucks versus FTR. They're going to try and blow us out of the water with fucking Full Gear because of how shitty All Out was, I think.
Right. I get it. And then Darby and Cody possibly, or even Orange. But we still don't know who Sheeta's fighting or who Mox would be fighting. So the next, we got Swole versus Sheeta.
Oh, God.
Saving Mangria for last on this one.
Oh, man.
We had a feel out in the beginning, and then a shoulder tackle by Swole. Then she gets the headlocks in. They trade roll-ups. Swole with the hip tosses. Sheeta missed the kip up. Botched by Sheeta. Swole on the outside. Sheeta knee strike. Swole pushes Sheeta into the camera. And then we go into picture-in-picture. Sheeta's in control during the commercial. Swole is picking up steam when we come back. And then Swole botches the rollover on the top rope. But hits a cutter, springboard cutter to the outside, and then hits a cutter to come back into the ring. Swole hits a headbutt, and then a knee by Sheeta, a straight jacket German with Swole's knees. With Swole is not, her shoulders are not on the mat, mentioned by JR. Aubrey still counts to 2, so that's Swole, Sheeta, and Arby, all with botches in the same match. Then we get a donkey knee into a falcon arrow, a kick out by Swole. She gets the dirty dancing finally, which leads to a rope break. And then 2 knee strikes, and then the running knee strike at the end. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Sheeta. Don't know whether this match with the title on the line was really necessary. You know, Sheeta wasn't going to lose it. This was it was a botch fest. At least all 3 ladies in the ring had one. So I guess you can call it a botch fest. Brettzky, what did you take notes about this women's title match that was on AEW?
Oh boy. The first thing I'll say only a couple of things. First thing I'll say is I saw a great comment on AEW's Instagram that Swole. No, this is a real one. This is a real good comment. That Swole, if you're gonna come out and do that shit at the beginning, you should at least be Swole. If you're gonna call yourself Swole, it popped me. I give that a like. And then of course, all due respect to Big Swole, ex-military, but it's pretty funny. As I always said, I've said, you can go back to all the old tripod episodes. Big Swole ain't a fucking name.
Yeah.
Get your name, whatever your name is. Even if your name is, Becky Smith, Becky Big Swole Smith.
Big Swole Smith, yeah.
It makes it better. Big Swole itself is not a name. No one's going to come in and be like, what's your name? Oh, I bet it says on your government-issued ID, Big Swole. So, or Swole, comma, Big. So, this wasn't as bad as Thunder Rosa versus Sheeta, but I find it funny, and as much as we joke about it, I really hate Nyla Rose. Like, I don't think she's good. But it's funny that Sheeta's best matches have been with Nyla, and Nyla's probably the weakest link in their division.
Yeah.
But ever since she won, and Sheeta was great up until then. Yeah. Like that Fatal 4-Way they had, where it was her, the Good Doctor, Chris Statlander, and Nyla on the January 1st one.
Dean Ambrose. Yeah, the build-up is so great, but the championship run is fucking stagnant. Yeah.
It hasn't been good ever since she won it. I feel bad. of course, commentary is always the one thing I noticed with AEW a lot is that their commentary and their actual in ring is not in sync. Where, like you said, JR said that their shoulders are off the mat, then Aubrey counts anyway. That's something they need to work on. Obviously, as your own young company, it's something you can work on. But like commentary, don't if you're Tony Khan, like you're to say, hey, don't mention it because we're gonna count it anyway or something like that because they're very. This happens quite often with AEW, all and WWE, but AEW a lot more. I understand why all titles are on the line. It's a big headline, but yeah, this is the women's division has not been looking good. One of them is a gamer girl, and the rest is just botch and bad matches. I allocate my rest of my time to the gentleman who is seething, to at least for me, to my right, the gentleman who's seething to my right, Mr. Fueled. So take it away, sir.
Big Swole, who lost to Disniz in the Queen of the Ring tournament, all due respect, versus Hikaru Shida, worst music in the business, for the AEW Women's Championship. Shida gets the upper hand outside of the ring, makes the mistake of celebrating too early, and Swole makes her pay for it, shoving her into the cameraman before the commercial break. During the commercial break, with Big Swole over the barricade, Shida struggles greatly to suplex Swole over the barricade, eventually hitting the shittiest suplex I've ever seen in my entire life. She then tells ref to count out Swole, very cowardly. Back in ring, Shida hits the worst Samoan drop ever. By this point, I'm praying for Big Swole to win. Swole hits a cutter to the outside, then the inside. Swole had the most offense during this match. Shida is the worst. I really don't know if it was a communication problem, but this was the worst female match I've ever seen in AEW. I'm going to say it right now. Shida versus Thunder Rosa was better than this.
Well, of course it was. Excuse me, of course it was, because Shida versus Thunder Rosa is a technical classic.
It's a classic.
So, if I were...
Shit should be in archives forever.
I agree. You know, if you're a prospective wrestler, then you're gonna want to watch Thunder Rosa versus Shida. So check your mansplaining privilege, Mr. Fuel.
After two Shining Wizards, Shida retains. Fuck off, Shida. Swole deserved to win. You know, I wish my phone had a breathalyzer on it, because right after I saw that match, I wrote an essay of hate to Andy with an I. Me and Andy were messaging back and forth about how fucking shitty this match was. Shida...
Wait, on Instagram?
Just like Riho, I didn't believe in Riho. I'm glad she's gone. Shida does have good matches with Nyla Rose. I'll give her that. Other than that, Hikaru Shida, I don't like her at all. I almost had an aneurysm after this match of how bad it was. I spewed venom all over Twitter. I'm pretty sure Brettzkys saw it.
Oh, I didn't see.
I got an email because I get the email updates from Twitter like, oh, your followers are saying, your people you're following are saying this, and I hadn't watched anything yet. I see Mangria Fueled just tweeted.
Are you the same? Is it Mangria _fueled on Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't think there's an underscore, but
I see Mangria spewing venom in my inbox. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be great to watch.
I was so livid. I think this is the most angry I've ever been at AEW. I've been angry at WWE, but this was the worst motherfucking match I've ever seen in my life.
You got the update. You just got
a notification.
I told you.
This was an abortion of a match. Hikaru Shida. I was expecting the hate, Brettzky. I wanted the marks to come at me. I was ready.
Andy was about to follow Andy. Too.
I was so ready to take on all the marks. That was the shittiest women's match I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen Alicia Fox wrestle. That was the shittiest fucking women's title match I've ever seen in my life. Big Swole should have won. Big Swole is more talented. She had the most offense during this match. She had the majority of offense. Hikaru Shida, yeah, it's Hikaru Shida, hit 2 Shining Wizards. She wanted the ref to count out Big Swole. This cowardly bitch couldn't take it to Big Swole. Big Swole, just coming off the victory of Dr. Britt Baker DMD, should have won this matchup. It would have got people talking on the anniversary show. Ceizar, you said none of the titles changed hands. This should have been the match where a title changed hands. Swole had the offense. Swole has the charisma. Swole can speak English. This match was bullshit. So fucking all hail Big Swole. Hikaru Shida, go fuck yourself, you piece of garbage.
On to take a lighter note, we were talking about Twitter, so I gave Ceizar a follow, and I'm scrolling through this, and this the last tweet is from this year, but everything else from 2017. Holy shit, this is the gold. This Twitter right here, my man Ceizar on Twitter, gold. That women's title don't fit around all that ass, laugh emoji. Did my man Mauro Ranallo make a Sheether reference on SmackDown Live? Hashtag baller of all callers. Legend.
Oh, bro, I was on some shit when I was on Twitter. I got off for a while. I gotta start tweeting while watching pay-per-views again. Yeah, I was on some shit when I was on Twitter, bro.
I forgot Mauro was on SmackDown. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was on
That was
SmackDown.
good. It was him, JBL, no Tonga.
Because somebody went to the top rope, and literally I remember that tweet. Mauro was like, he's all the way up like Fat Joe, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is Mauro talking about? Mauro used to have me lit, bro. But yeah, he did say somebody was colder than a Sheether. I was like, this motherfucker had a Sheether reference on a fucking SmackDown back in the day.
Yes, go give Ceizar a follow on Twitter. Give Mangria a follow on Twitter. But
I'm gonna get back on Twitter just for the AEW Mitches, just to tweet during pay-per-views.
If I could give this a pretzel rating, it would be a negative rotten sniz.
Whoa, negative. Wait a minute. I have a question. If it's a negative rotten sniz, wouldn't the negative cancel out the rotten, so it's a good sniz?
No, double. Just
so bad.
Rotten corpse, negative sniz.
Walking Dead sniz.
It was a walker
keep that away from Jake. Jake's a necrophiliac now.
They're gonna take that whole plus.
I couldn't believe it, guys. This was just awful. And then JR struggling to get the strength to say, well, that was a hell of a match, guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, bro. I need drunk JR because he calls it like a TI is. Yep. And he fucking. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't follow OJ Simpson since that one podcast, I was following OJ Simpson on Twitter from the jump. But when I remember Zanka mentioned it in fucking like a podcast.
On Twitter?
Yeah, dude.
OJ on Twitter is great.
OJ on Twitter is great. You gotta look. It's Mangria. It's the real OJ 32. You have to follow him on Twitter. It's so bad. I don't want to watch it for 2 weeks just so I can watch like 6 in a row. Like it's like almost a YouTube spiral just watching OJ.
No. Here it is. Yeah. Fuck, he's got 900,000 followers.
Bro, people follow OJ on Twitter. It's so cool. All right, back to the show.
I have a question. What do you guys think is worse, the Divas Championship or the AEW Women's Title?
AEW Women's Title.
AEW Women's Title.
Yeah, it looks like at least the Divas title looks like an actual something that looks like they actually spent money on it.
Yeah.
This looks like a toy you find like at Walmart where it's like it's not the WWE title, but it's like some other off-brand
title you would use in backyard wrestling.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
All right, we are up to the main event of AEW with his male Shotsky with his balls helmet.
That's right.
Oh, actually, I wrote down male Shotsky Steve Austin because he threw that guy through some glass. It's male Shotsky Steve Austin versus Mox. who was spitting water everywhere in that hallway. Motherfucker, it's COVID, and you're just spitting water in a random hallway before you come out to wrestle. Anyway, what the fuck is this? Oh, and wait, why did Mel Shotsky get new music?
I know. I liked his old music.
I liked everybody. There we go.
You got new music? I didn't notice that.
No, I didn't. It didn't start with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that. Yeah, that was really good.
I thought it was good. Here we go with Battle Scars again. Fucking.
Oh, Battle Scars.
This is our Battle Scars.
Mwah.
Drink.
I'm out of sauce. And then drinks in the other room. We're not doing tax here, but I drank this bottle.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
It was only a third left. so we're playing WWE 2K because he starts off with a paradigm shift, starts off with a finisher to start the match in a 2 count. So paradigm shift to start, right to the outside. Mox eats some guardrail. We get back in the ring. Mox throws Archer back out, then Mox with a dive to the outside of the ring. Then we're back in the ring again. Archer eats the clothesline and the shots to the face like they're nothing. Then he hits what I call a pounce because Mox goes through the ropes. Archer goes through the ropes, hits him with a pounce, and then a cannonball onto the Mox. The challenger sets up 2 tables outside, taking his sweet ass time during the picture and picture barbecue sauce. Archer getting in the back. Mox gets away. Oh, Archer looking for was it blackout? Clothesline, right? It's called the blackout, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Through the tables, Mox gets away, catches a boot. Archer tries to choke slam on the apron. Mox fights it off, climbs up to the top rope, and Archer beats him back down. Mox. Oh god. They get back in the ring. Mox ducks the pounce. Then it's Archer with it's Mox with the German close up. Then he goes outside, grabs some chairs. I think it was about 3 or 4 chairs. Archer eats a chair to the face. Had some A1 sauce on that shit. Mox gets back in the ring. Archer gets out of the DVD, turns it into a choke slam with Mox through 2 chairs. Archer went for the Bailey chair shot shit when he has his neck in the chair. Then Mox turns it into an ankle lock while wearing the chair for a second. He gets to the ropes. It's a no DQ match. So old ass Jake with the half ball of water pulls him outside. Now Mox eats a trash can going for a dive. Archer beats him with a trash can inside of the ring. We go to the apron again. It's a nut shot into the paradigm shift and the 2 tables on the outside. Oh, by the way, Eddie Kingston was in commentary with LAX, or the Lucha Bros this whole time. Sorry, I didn't mention that. Into the tables on the outside. Throws him back in the ring for a 2 count. Goes straight into the Bulldog choke. Archer now with the DDT hits the choke slam, throws him into the corner, he hits the blackout, and at the 2 count, Mox turns it into a roll-up. The most devastating move in all entertainment. The shit ending, I wrote fuck out of here. The shit ending counter just hit 3. And all that work just for it to end in a roll-up. No real finisher put somebody away. A roll-up. And then, as always, Eddie Kingston, while Archer's beating the shit out of Mox, Eddie Kingston comes into the ring, talks about how good of a wrestler Mox is. He's talked about it throughout the match, how Mox is supposed to take him with him to the land of entertainers and get paid. Says he loves him, hugs him, and then beats the shit out of him, puts him to sleep. Night, keep your butthole tight. That's how we go off the end of the air. Eddie Kingston choking out the champ after the champ wins with a fucking roll-up. Mangria, you look like you want to spit some shit. I started with Brettzky last time. I got to start with you. What do you think about the main event?
Well, here we go. Typical Murder Hawk throws a crew member through a glass, the Stone Cold like entrance sheet. Like you said, Ceizar, he stole Shotzi's helmet. He looked like a special needs kid. We get to the no DQ AEW Championship match main event. Mox versus Murder Hawk. Mox hits Paradigm Shift right out the gate immediately. Murder Hawk kicks out. Like you said, Ceizar, Eddie Kingston's on commentary. Murder Hawk showing his strength. He then does a cannonball senton off of the apron onto onto Mox on the outside. Commercial picture-in-picture. Murder Hawk gets the table out. 2 tables. Jake the Snake looks concerned. Mox flipping the bird, catches a boot to the face. The disrespect. Do not trade blows with Murder Hawk. Murder Hawk clobbers Mox. Mox throws chairs into the ring, throws chairs into Murder Hawk's face. Murder Hawk chokeslams Mox through 2 chairs. Mox applies leg lock to Murder Hawk. No rope break, so Jake the Snake, all his Parkinson's, helps him out of the ring. Mox gets nailed with a trash can trying to suicide dive onto Murder Hawk. Murder Hawk and Mox are on the apron by the 2 tables. Murder Hawk trying to do the paradigm shift. Mox onto the tables, but Mox hits him right in the nards. And then paradigm shifts his big ass to the 2 tables off of the apron. Mox paradigm shifts again in the ring, followed by the bulldog lock. And of course, Eddie Kingston, that's the move that I didn't tap out to. Of course, Murder Hawk survives. Murder Hawk with the blackout goes for the pin, but then Mox reverses it into like a crucifix-like pin for the win. He retains. Lucha Bros attack Murder Hawk with chair. Murder Hawk and Jake leave. Eddie Kingston then proceeds to choke out Mox. I guess AEW management wants to see Eddie Kingston versus Moxley. Do they think because he's more entertaining against Moxley and Murder Hawk? I mean, okay, Murder Hawk loses to Cody. There goes his momentum. Murder Hawk loses to Moxley. There goes his fucking momentum. Where does Murder Hawk even go from here? I don't know, but take it away, Ceizar.
You mean Brettzky?
Brettzky, take it away.
No, it's fine. I'll have to take it away, Mangria. It's fine. No. Yeah, I predicted this to be a good match, and it was. I enjoyed it. Because of course it is. Their New Japan match was phenomenal. I remember covering the Texas death match they had at Wrestle Kingdom. But yeah, this is fun. All the spots you guys mentioned, the tables, the chairs, oh my, they're just missing some ladders. I think this would have worked better if this happened after if the Darby Allin match was this one. Because I like what they're doing with Kingston. I like that whole idea of because it's well documented. Eddie Kingston got in because of Mox, and Mox is good friends with Kingston. So I like that idea and how he turned on him at the end. I really like that build. It's a natural build. It's going to be a good build to Full Gear, hopefully. But I would have rather them do this against Darby or someone like this who's not Murder Hawk, because it kills all of Murder Hawk's momentum. And I don't understand the reasoning in it. I don't understand why they're feeding Murder Hawk to these guys just for other stories or just for other shit. But Murder Hawk deserves to be treated much better than this. He was a monster in Japan. And I kind of almost wish he stayed in Japan. I was really excited when he showed up. He has good matches, but with people who are not jobbers or luchadors living under bridges. But I wish he stayed in Japan because he was killing it in Japan, and he has no momentum. I can still believe him as a champion because of his size, but I really can't see him as a top contender anymore. I'm happy with the Eddie Kingston. I was happy with the match. I'm happy with the build up to Eddie Kingston. I don't like the fact there was a roll up, but either way, he kills some momentum. I'm looking forward to Eddie Kingston versus Mox. That'll be good. We'll see how the build goes, but I feel like Eddie Kingston could actually be the one to take it off Mox, but we'll see how the build goes going forward. I guess if they did this with someone else besides Murder Hawk, it would have been much better, but whatever. Say la vie.
Time of death on Murder Hawk's Momentum.
The Wednesday at 9:59 p.m. Sucks for him. All right, I guess we already went through the homework. That is the end of the show. I guess wrestler of the week, Bretsky. Who was your wrestler of this week? Good sir.
My wrestler of the week was none other than Jake's favorite heel in the business, Johnny Gargano. He had that phenomenally fun match with Austin Theory, which made Austin Theory look like more of a star than he's already going to be. He had great promo work the entire night and even backstage. I personally think that Johnny Gargano was definitely – there were a lot of good choices, but I think that Johnny Gargano took the cake when it comes to in-ring, when it comes to promo, when it comes to facials, when it came to all that, particularly this week. So I'm going to go with the boy Johnny.
Mangria, who did you select for your wrestler of the week this week?
Hey, man. Got to represent just like Bretsky, NXT. My wrestler of the week, I'm going to, again, Styx. Shout out to Styx. I'm going to have to pull a page from his book. He had 3 last week. I'm doing 2, and both are losers. But I think they shine this week. Austin Theory and Shotzi Blackheart. I've been very rough on Shotzi Blackheart in the past. This match she had with Candice LeRae, incredible. I loved it. Like I said, she turned up the intensity with her facials and her visceral screaming. She did a very great job. The only reason why she lost is because she caught the Regal special to the jaw. And Austin Theory, he loses, but he loses to the top stars. He comes out looking great. My tie for wrestler of the week is Austin Theory and Shotzi Blackheart.
Also agreeing with the man that has the 99 in his name. I mean, promo swole, match swole, didn't wrestle like swole. Swole's trash. He wrestled great. He is the one, the only Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Promo, Johnny Takeover. Johnny's in your mama 3 nights a week. I mean, he fucking killed it. I got no problems with him. Yeah, dude, I popped every time he was on screen, whether it was that match, whether it was those promos, or whether it was that shit Bretsky put into the chat. He had me completely 100% sports entertained when he was on the screen. So that's my pick of the week. I guess we're at that point, man. You're going to break down a little BTE.
I just want to say, I think that in honor of Johnny Gargano, in order to fully embrace the Gargano way, I think that it's only fair that we all, for one day, have one day each month that we take all the wheels off our cars. Because everyone knows that wheels suck. They're stupid, they're pointless, and cars would work better without them, and they're not boats.
I'm supposed to meet up with some people at the brewery tomorrow, and if somebody fifth wheels, I'm going to punch them in the face. For you, Johnny. For you, buddy.
For Johnny.
Bretsky, Gentleman Bretsky, Gentleman Ceizar. Did either of you watch this week's Being the Elite?
I watched it.
Yep.
I watched it.
Well, I'll go over the first segment, and then I'll go for your guys' thoughts. First, we kick off, again, the Nakazawa Colt Cabana Bizarre Freaky Friday scenario they painted last week. He looks into the mirror, goes into the Bucks office. Kenny Omega's in there. Kenny stands up and pulls his shorts down, tells Nakazawa / Colt to get on his knees. Naka Colt closes his eyes and opens his mouth only to have Kenny shove a bottle of Tanner in Naka Colt's mouth. Did you see how white my legs were? The color of my arms and face don't match my legs. Naka Colt then proceeds to rub down the Tanner on his legs. Kenny then sits down and says, hey, before Matt comes back, why don't you get over here and suck my and it cuts off. Bretsky, this is your first Being the Elite episode. Tell me what you thought of the opening segment.
This isn't my first rodeo with Being the Elite. I watched a couple of the OG ones when they first started coming out. I'm coming back. Definitely higher production value now than when they first had them on an iPhone. But this is funny. I feel like this is a reference to the Kiss My Ass Club, but it's just fucking funny. I'm sure they have the budget and the pull. I hope they get Lil Dicky to just come in and do a Freaky Friday version with fucking Nakazawa and Colt. That would be fucking funny. But yeah, this is great. Fucking, being the Elite does great is like sudden cuts. I was like, why don't you suck my, and then just cut. Oh god, it's great. A+ work. A+ opener.
Ceizar, what did you think of this?
No, this shit was fucking
opening?
funny. This shit was funny. Because actually, it's a shot at Kenny where I know in Japan people used to think he was a little bit fruit booty-ish.
Well, he is bisexual.
Yeah, Kenny's bisexual, and they always thought that him and Kota Ibushi had something going on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is why they're such good friends or whatever. And they say that Kenny's like kind of like how Shinsuke acts. They say Kenny is that way. Like he's an artist. He goes with the flow. He doesn't believe in like whatever. He goes with who he likes and who he vibes with. So this is like a callback to that. But like the way he said it though was, and the way they cut it up. Bucks get back. You want to suck me? Be elite. Shit was gold. It wasn't our last suck me off dick joke of the BTE this week. But I thought it was a great open. I thought it was funny as shit.
So it smash cuts into the Young Bucks asking each other, who do you want to super kick today? They come upon Alex Marvez and Justin Roberts talking, and they see them coming, and Justin tells Marvez, run! Then he stands his guard. And before the Young Bucks could do anything, fucking Justin Roberts says I'm sorry, I love you. And he kicks himself with his own fucking foot.
Yeah.
The
With the sound effect.
We're going to super kick you, man. We like you, Justin. And they look at each other. How did he do that? Then they say, you hear the rumor about Lanny Poffo? Do you think he could do that to himself? Ceizar, what did you think of this?
Yeah, they
Justin
look,
Roberts' performance here.
Yeah, it was good shit. He had the sound effect when he kicked himself in the face, and then, like I said, it wasn't the last dick sucking joke of the segment. I thought it was funny again. Look, you heard the rumor where probably good, man. He's flexible. He's flexible enough to kick himself in the face. It popped me again. I mean, these things are always good, so I liked it.
Well, Brettzky, are you familiar with Lanny Poffo?
Yeah, the genius. Love Lanny Poffo. A criminally underrated character, in my opinion. I love Brother of the Macho Man. Love Lanny Poffo. Came out with Black Machismo, Jay Lethal at the first All In. So that if you remember that far back, but yeah, this was fucking. There's nothing funnier than just dudes talking about sucking dicks, and. It's like the old, I'm sure you guys have done this, you know, the old rumor. It's like, oh, you hear Marilyn Manson removed a rib, that old shit.
Suck his dick, yeah.
Yep.
Rod Stewart had to get his stomach pumped.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, it's classic humor. It's great. The thing I find funny about it too, just in BT in general, is that AEW is such like a PC and not PC, but it's such like a woke company, and they try to be such a woke, culture company. But BTE is such a throwback, to type of comedy, where it's like, if that stuff were on AEW, people would be, it doesn't make sense. It's just such a funny contrast to me how they got the Bucks talking about, Lanny Poffo sucking his own dick on BTE, but then all of a sudden, a gay joke on national TV on AEW is nope, you can't do that. So it's funny, the contrast to me, but I always love this is fucking funny. Justin Roberts, I'm sorry, I love you, great stuff.
After this, we get a Speaking Spanglish segment. Santana and Ortiz and Alex Abrahames. Brettzkys, is that how you say it? Abrahames?
No clue.
Ortiz held hostage by John Silver and Alex Reynolds of Dark Order. John gets a text that his food has arrived, leaves him alone. Santana finds him. How did you find me? I got the Maria alert, man.
Yeah.
Which is a reference to the Amber Alert. They're going to do things to me. Turns out that Alex Abramez was a Dark Order member. Bretsky, what did you think about this funny ass segment?
God, man, they're gonna do things to me. Santana and Ortiz are just great. John Silver, Mr. BTE, is great. I hope he ends up being their R-Truth with if the with the title. But man, it's so stupid. It's like, oh man, I know I have this guy hostage, but oh, my Uber Eats is here. Oh,
Oh, I gotta go get that. Yeah.
oh my God, it's great. John Silver just being just a lovable buffoon, but you love to hate him, but you love to love him. It's great. John Silver, GOAT of BTE. Yeah, I this is a lot of fun. It was just great. Everything about this is great. Silver was great. Proud and Powerful were great. Everything was great.
Ceizar, did you pop for the Maria alert?
Yeah, dude, you know I popped for all the dumb shit that they were doing. I got the Maria alert. What you talking about? Dude, I fucking screamed. This shit is gold. So far, the first 3 segments better than the last. We're talking about laughs and funny. Yeah, I loved it.
After this, we get the BTE Championship Gator Golf Tournament bracket is unveiled. First, we get Matt versus Nick, the Young Bucks, going at it. You hit a golf ball off the stairs and have to hit it up a ramp into Gator's mouth. Of course, Matt Jackson wins. What do you guys think about this? This is how you're going to win the BTE Championship, Ceizar. It's a Gator Golf Tournament. Do you think it'll be something different next week, or do you think it's going to be all Gator Golf?
No, I think it's going to be something different next week because they said it should be like different week to week. And they said it shouldn't be a wrestling match. Eventually it'll lead to that, but it shouldn't be. So if they keep dumb shit like this up every week, that's just going to draw me back in. You never know, man. They could have like a ping pong to 5. They wouldn't have beer pong unless Adam.
I was just thinking that.
They would. But they could have stupid shit like crazy darts or pin a tail on the donkey, fastest, or they could do lots of dumb stuff in Daly's place that I think would be funny. A potato sack race or some dumb shit or a 3-legged race. Anything they could do, I think would be great. So yeah, I'm intrigued.
Well, Bretsky, have you ever played miniature golf, and are you good at it if you have?
No, I'm the one person in the world who's never played mini golf.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
No, of course I played mini golf. All I could think about though when the Gator thing was Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
And just waiting for something.
Chubbs.
Chubbs. I was waiting for them to make a Chubbs reference, but I was kind of disappointed actually they didn't. But still, this is fucking funny. This is the content that you go on YouTube to see realistically. Just people doing dumb shit and having fun. You can tell they're all having fun. And this is what kind of made everyone fall in love with the Young Bucks in the first place. It wasn't necessarily the super kicks and all that shit. It was just that they're having fun. They're making wrestling fun. Yeah, I hope they keep this shit up. It's great. Like, you can see someone like Adam Page, winning beer pong tournament or purposely losing, throwing it so he can drink more beer, all that shit. So it's great. I'm so excited for the endless possibilities they could do with this. And maybe, who knows, imagine if this gets defended like on Dynamite. That would be funny. It's like you have like Tony interviewing Dr. Britt DMD, all of a sudden in the background you see like fucking Nick and Matt playing mini golf and
Could you imagine if Tony wins it?
Oh,
I hope he
awesome.
does. Oh man.
Or something like drinking Moscow Mules the fastest.
Yeah, him versus JR.
After this, we get Hangman and Brandon Cutler are in back of a moving truck, continuing from last week, hurling fucking watermelons in a parking lot, then pumpkins. Hangman wears a pumpkin on his head, drunk as fuck. He puts his phone in the pumpkin. Brandon's still trying to talk Hangman into making amends with the Bucks. Hangman walks away pissed. Bretsky, have you ever hurled watermelons and or pumpkins out of the back of a truck?
That one I can say I have not done. That looks fun though. It does look like fun. But yeah, I love the continuation from last week, how they didn't just leave it off. I'd just like to imagine that they were just in that truck for a week and just driving around, throwing watermelons for a whole week. Yeah, and that's also the thing. Like BTE, it can bring the storyline. It can be silly, but it can also bring the storylines from the show, into it. Like with Hangman and the Bucks and all that. So I do like that. But yeah, the whole fucking thing, just Hangman drunk out of his mind with the pumpkin on his head was great.
Well, Ceizar, you had to have hurled something out of a vehicle while being drunk one night. Come on, please grace us with one of your tales from the drunk.
I've done some fucked up shit in my times. I've definitely thrown shit out of a car. Drunk, sober, anything. I used to work for a restaurant, and there used to be these bums that always hang out and always ask you for money, especially when we leave the restaurant at night and we go to the bar. They'd always ask you for money, and they would hang out in like this little bum village place. All the bums hung out, and one time my boy, who used to be like manager there, if people don't eat the food, you take the food home, so it's fresh still in the oven. They didn't order it, and one time we took like all this food home and like just way more than what we needed, and then we got drunk, and a friend of ours was driving us home, and we literally took the cartons of food and threw it at the bums, like quit begging bitches. But we would open the to-go box so the food would fly out when we flung it out the window. We didn't throw it closed. They were like, "Hey, bums, you hungry, bitch?" And we'd wait for the light to turn green. "You hungry, bitch?
God.
Here's some food, bitches." Yeah. Oh, that show's fucking gold. We call
Caesar's
him
actions.
I knew
Caesar's
Ceizar
actions
would
do not.
disappoint.
Caesar's actions do not represent the entirety of the tripod.
No, fuck the bums, man. Bums always ask you for money. They drink your beer or eat a fucking sandwich. Like, you want the sandwich, you bum, or you just want to get drunk? Fucking bitch, get a job, bum.
Man, if you don't have a house, just get a house. It's that easy.
Get a house. It's that easy, man. Get a bank loan. Fuck up some credit.
Did you watch last week's BTE?
Yeah, I watched last week.
What'd you think of Kenny and Brandon tossing the fucking watermelons and pumpkins?
Watermelons. Yeah, no, this shit's gold, man. And then fucking Hangman wearing that shit and being dumb. But he's like, "Hey, hold this, buddy. Hold this." Who does some dumb drunk shit like that? You think it's a person. You fucking put it in a pumpkin and just walked off.
Why the fuck did he put his phone in a pumpkin? That makes zero sense.
He said, "Hold this, buddy." He thought the pumpkin was a person. He's fucked up.
Jeez.
No mistakes when we're fucked up.
Well, I guess we could relate, right, Ceizar?
Yeah, I can relate.
Bretsky, that's your future. It'll be showing up in a couple of years.
Yeah, that's gonna happen when I turn 21. I drive down to Virginia Beach and me and Caesar tear up the night.
There tonight, you just put your phone.
Throwing pretzels out of the fucking back of a truck.
You probably put your phone in like a mailbox and be like, "Yo, hold this, buddy."
Well, after this, I'll go over it real quick. Chuck versus Trent, the best friends at the Gator Golf. They had to hit it through two chairs in the Gator's mouth. Orange Cassidy was sitting in chair above the fucking Gator. Trent eventually wins. Do you guys have anything to say about this?
Chuck was cursing a lot. I thought it was funny. When he overshot the Gator, he's like, "Fuck! Get this shit over here."
I love that they curse and they don't censor it, Bretsky.
Yeah. Mr. Brody Lee is always funny. When he comes, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
It's my favorite part of every episode, man.
Oh man, yeah, no, this is great. Just Orange Cassidy's kind of chilling on top of the fucking thing.
He did not move at all. I would give this to Orange. He keeps character more than anybody. Because my man did not move an inch while they're just like, they're literally playing mini golf, and he's just like,
comatose. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, after this, I'm gonna go over this very quickly because I know it was an Eddie Van Halen tribute, but I didn't really care about it. Librarian talks to Frankie Kazarian. She recites poetry. It's a song by Van Halen. Jump. Frankie points out. Christopher Daniels shows up. Did I hear a do ya? Any input, guys? I didn't really care about this one.
"No, I didn't, man."
Bretsky.
I got nothing.
Okay. Matt Hardy talking to the Bucks about how to stand when watching a match backstage.
Oh, this was gold.
What looks better on TV? And they were both standing there like, "All right, turn your head to where you're looking at the fucking screen."
Yeah, then they were like, man, this feels better, man. Like I feel get the t-shirt popping to the camera. No, I like this. I like
That
this.
had to be a shot of how Vince McMahon and his strict fucking rules about how to appear on TV. Caesar, did you pop for that?
I popped for this because this is what I like about BT. They always take one segment where you see it on Dynamite, and then you watch the following BTE, and it throws it back because you're like, because when I watched it, I was like, why are they standing like that? That's too fucking weird. Yep. But then when you watch BT, you're like, oh, this is fucking genius. This is genius work right here. So that always gets me. I thought it was funny.
Brettzky, thoughts?
Yeah, this is fucking phenomenal. This is my highlight of the fucking BTE. Them just fucking. I love it. Like, even like the Bucks taking the piss out of it, like on posting the memes on their Instagrams was funny. But I love how they're keeping up with this. Like, no, you should sound like this. You know, like tilt your head to this. It kind of reminded me also of like school picture day, when like the fucking asshole camera guy is like, oh well, make sure you sit like at this angle and you tilt your head this way. Yeah. And I'm like, no, that's gonna snap my neck. And it's like it's great. This is absolute gold. And of course they have Matt Hardy, the WWE veteran, the wrestling veteran, teach them how to fucking do it.
I don't know if you guys paid attention to Matt Hardy's Instagram during the week, but he also made another post where he's posing with his kids, and the kids are looking away, and the caption reads, "Gotta teach these kids how to look at the camera during the fucking promo." It's pretty fucking funny.
I know, dude. I'll check that out.
After this, Evil Uno is looking for MBL. Find Stu. Don't call me Dick Grayson. Toppled over a table. What happened to our funhouse? Stu, Anna, she's fucking crazy, man. Evil Uno is going to go talk to Anna. She was sitting across from them the whole time. Please take it easy on Stu for at least 2 weeks, Uno asks. Anna agrees and then pushes Stu over a table again. Shit, what the fuck, Stu says. Brettzky, what'd you think of Anna making her weekly BTE appearance?
Anna Jay as the dominant force in fucking Dark Order is the best. And I think she was actually just nominated for PWI's Rookie of the Year. Deservedly so. Or she's like one of the potential nominees like they have like listed off, but this is absolutely deservedly so because of everything on Dynamite. But this is what we should be seeing on Dynamite, like the stuff like the character development, the further development, because it makes sense. It's like the one woman in the group. It's like oh she's small, she's young, she's not gonna do anything. Pushing, don't call me Dick. All around town. It's great. Even like last week with the pull up, but not with the pull up, with the bar.
Bench press.
Yeah, the bench press. Yeah. And oh my God,
stealing Brody Lee's line, little bitch.
she's great every week. She's great. The 99, so respect 99.
What a fucking coincidence, Ceizar, that she's called 99 and fucking Brettzky is the great Brettzky 99. It's incredible. Ceizar, what'd you think of this?
Anna Jay continues to shine every week. She usually gets like one great segment where she like all the Dark Order at least fears her, or she does some shit and they all jump away, especially with Stu. So this has been going on for at least like a month, because it started with him being mad that they were trying to set him up with the air pull. Then she had the fucking bench press, and it's like now she's pushing him over tables, and Stu's afraid of her because he thinks she killed a guy, but he was on Dark like a week later. Man, they can't do no wrong on BT, so I dig it.
Anna Jay, like Brettzky said, I wish we saw this side of her on fucking Dynamite, because whenever we see her on Dynamite, she might have a match or she might show up in a Dark Order segment, but they don't really give her any lines or anything to do. Yeah. On BTE, we get to see Anna Jay be funny and see her character. So as long as Anna Jay is on BTE, I will keep watching. That's a lie. I'm watching for John Silver. But anyway, Young Bucks and Brandon are outside the arena. Brandon says, "Come on, man. Talk with Hangman." Hangman still upset that the Bucks didn't second him during his championship match against Jericho. I love how they incorporated the history. When it was the first championship matchup between Jericho and Hangman. Brandon wants Bucks out there in his corner for his match against Peter. Is that the other librarian?
Probably.
Yeah.
Peter?
Yeah.
Bucks agree. Matt sends Hangman an apology text, wants to squash their beef. However, they smash cut to Hangman's phone, still in the pumpkin. You guys have anything to say about that?
I have something to say later when the hand grabs the pumpkin.
Okay. Bretsky, anything?
No, I'll let Ceizar wax poetic a little bit later on this, but I thought it was, just the callbacks, like you said, were really cool.
Another Gator Golf matchup between John Silver, the GOAT of BTE, versus Alex Reynolds. Gator Golf, Silver asked about Alex's dad's foreskin. I wrote that as a note.
Yeah.
John Silver does win. Did you guys have any notes about this?
No, I thought it was funny, but is this the one where he made it in and the gator actually shut the ball back out?
It went in there and then it rolled out. He's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, what? Yeah, I thought that was it.
Bretsky?
Yeah, same here. It was just a funny segment. No other notes than the Gator, but it was fucking funny.
After this, the Dark Order gathered to think of how to cheer up MBL after his loss to Cody. Uno wants to write him a poem about MBL's gorgeous ass. I don't know if he said abs or ass.
He said abs, and then John Silver turned it into ass.
Oh, okay. Stu, don't call me Dick Grayson, wants to kill Cody and bring his corpse to MBL.
Yeah.
10
That's murder. Can't commit murder.
10 wants to get a white powder and some guns. John Silver wants to literally kiss MBL's ass. Closer to the hole, he keeps saying. Yeah. Closer to the hole.
Damn.
5 wants to give MBL 5 guys. They all yell at 5 to shut the fuck up. John Silver says, "Pull your dirty ass out. I'm going to spank it." MBL shows up. "Where the fuck were you?" Lets John Silver stay, sits him down, and kicks everybody else out. Ceizar, what did you think of this fucking hilarious Dark Order skit they had?
They always get a little gay with NBL in the Dark Order. And it's always Silver saying some fuck shit. But I ain't never mad at it. I ain't never fucking mad at it. Silver 5 and Anna J are always good segments on BTE. Like when they got confused that Britt Baker wasn't a Baker because that's her last name. Or anytime they try to recruit somebody, like whether they're having dance-offs or doing stupid shit outside the ring or trying to convince people to join, and then one of them gets all weird. It's always good. It's always good.
Well, Bretsky, whether it's milking the titties or closer to the hole, John Silver shines yet again during this segment. What did you think of this funny Dark Order segment?
This is great. The fucking closer to the hole. 5 suggesting 5 guys, of course, and then all the other something "shut the fuck up" was great. Man, this was so funny. And exactly, it's like how when we get a bunch of dudes hanging out together, you make some you make some fruit booty comments at your buddy's expense. It's a way it makes sense. Like it's how do you expect guys to hang out, especially modern day. I fucking love it. Like it makes the Dark Order weirdly more relatable, even though they're a cult technically. But it's fucking funny. I always look forward to Silver's lines and 5's lines in it. And then MBL come back. Where were you? All that shit. MBL always comes back and just yells at everyone, which is great. So yeah, this is funny. The 5 guys comment killed me though.
You guys gotta admit the Dark Order is the best thing to happen to BTE.
In a minute.
Ever.
In a minute.
It's fucking always entertaining. And we got the closing segment to this week's BTE. Someone finds Hangman's phone and responds to Matt's text. "Fuck you, Matt. Friendship is over. Never speak to me again." Smash cut to Matt pissed, showing Nick aggressive video package of Bucks being dicks. Bretsky, what did you think on the final segment of BTE of the week?
Intrigue abounds after the final segment of BTE this week. I said it before, I'll say it again. I like how they're taking real storylines and putting them into BTE. I also liked how they didn't end on a funny note. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like all for laughs. It was actually like a serious topic. So if they're gonna start doing this more and more, I'm here for it. Because you had the stupid shit like just before with Closer to the Hole, and then now you have with actually serious stuff, like serious-ish stuff. Intrigue abounds. I'm intrigued. You can just see, look at this. Wow, it all ties in. We were talking about this earlier. You keep viewers by generating intrigue. Do it on BT. Don't do it on Dynamite. But I am intrigued, and I'm going to be tuning in next week, not just because I have to review it, but because I want to.
Well, Ceizar Brettzkys said how he likes that they didn't end on a comedy note, but I got to admit, when they were doing the dramatic cuts to Nick looking at the phone, like they kept doing like these weird.
That is true. That's true.
I was laughing the whole time. I thought that was funny, but
that was funny.
Ceizar, bring us home on BTE.
I like this angle. My take about it is I think that this is what is going to be revealed who this is. I'm hoping, if I'm future booking it, this will be revealed in the tournament. It'll be revealed in the finals I picked. That it's actually Kenny who grabbed the phone. Kenny spent the most time with Hangman when there's a tag team. He knows Hangman likes to do dumb shit and maybe leave his phone places. I'm hoping this is Kenny trying to like further the split between, and Kenny's still cool with Matt and Nick, and he doesn't want like Matt and Nick to like try to pull Hangman back in. Because I feel like this tournament, Hangman's like he's mad that Kenny like singles again, but he's not like hateful about it. And then he finds out in that match when it's Hangman versus Kenny in the finals, and we'll get a more serious, sober, non-drunk, I'm gonna fuck you up, Hangman. Kenny's will be like, well, I been not like you, bitch. So I'm fucking Kenny the Cleaner again. And this will be the phenomenal final match for the tournament, which goes on for somebody to win to go on to find the thing. So I'm hoping that it's Kenny trying to further himself from Hangman and now trying to further the Bucks from Hangman to like let just Hangman be the dumb fuck up he sees him as drunk outside. But I'm also intrigued of who it could be.
I think Ceizar fucking nailed it right now. That would be excellent storytelling. That would make the match even better to watch. We're going to anticipate it. And I hope that JR and Tony say, whoa, on that one episode of BTE, we saw someone texting from her phone. You know, I hope they reference BTE. They need to reference it a lot more because I'm kicking myself right now for not watching this on a regular basis. I'm glad that you mentioned it, Ceizar, because now I'm going to be watching every fucking week. I cannot wait to review it with you guys every week. It's going to be incredible.
I mean, it's a dumb, funny 20 minutes, like, on a Monday.
Yeah, it's a short, and it's worth it. It's worth watching. It's not like some corny WWE bullshit. It's funny.
Yeah, it's actually funny, like, every week.
Well, Brettzky, let's give it up to Ceizar. I gotta say, Ceizar, I'm not being sarcastic. This is the most impressed I've ever been with you hosting. You took this serious, and you took way more notes than even I took. So I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up to you.
We were back. We were back. First episode back. Had to represent. First episode back. So, I wanted to at least do it right. Do it tight. Now I'm going back to the fuck shit role that I always have in these things. Or like I told you guys in the chat, maybe we could work on just to keep it more fresh. But yeah, I wanted to have the extreme detailed notes because I like the way you break it down. When you break it down every week, you hit all the highlights, but you hit the good stuff in between as well. So I didn't want to miss anything. But yeah, we back doing this tripod fuck shit for the people.
Well, next week on the Tripod Sessions, Brettzky, will you take over as the host of the Tripod Sessions?
Me?
That's right.
Me?
Yes.
What do I know? What do I know about hosting?
Well, that being said,
wait. We forgot two things. I'm sorry. We forgot the Sean Spears vignette with Scorpio Sky during AEW.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that would be a great match setting up for AEW or in the future. And we also forgot Brothers Quarters homework for his wrestler of the week.
I was gonna let him close out the show, Ceizar.
But he's not here, so I got to read it.
Okay.
I got to read it. I wrote it down. He said his wrestler of the week is actually Jake's mom, because she wrestled his trouser snake for 3 hours the other night, and she gave him a shot at the title, and they went the full distance. Like, that's literally right. That's pretty bro. Right there.
Damn, hot take from Brother Quarter.
He texted you on a piece of paper, Ceizar.
Yeah, he texted me. I wrote it down. Texted me, but I wrote it down. So I didn't want to forget. I didn't want to forget.
Thank you, Brother Quarter, for giving us your 2 cents, or should I say 25 cents? No, well, this leads us into our plugs of the week. Ceizar, what are your plugs of this week?
You know me, bro. I'm trying to give tips to the masses and to the mighty whoever. Follow my man Andy back at Still Real Pregame. I'm out there slanging out pregame tips, pregame drinks, pregame habits, how to live your life pregame style. As long as he has me up there, I will always drop him info on that. So as you know, I'm just pitching in to the Steel Real Army podcast everywhere. So if you got a podcast, you need some ignorant shit, you call your boy, I hook you up. That's where I is.
Well, we greatly appreciate Andy with an I, the Steel Real Universe, folks. We got all kinds of content for you, not just the SRAP. Brettzky, with that being said, get your scroll out and give us your plugs.
Well, usually I would be plugging APBW, but you were so selfish earlier that you assumed that Ceizar said APBW. I'm going to let you take care of that, Mr. Fueled. But in the absence of that, I have my own podcast, because everyone has a fucking podcast nowadays, called The Faux Pod. And here's the spelling for you, Zanka. THE space FAUX space POD. Search it on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker. If you're the one person who uses Breaker, sure. Yeah, we got 24 full episodes and 2 minisodes of me just basically talking shit with my friends, shooting the shit for about an hour. Drops every Wednesday. Julius Ceizar, not this upcoming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that will be on episode number 26. Mangria was episode number 13. Jake was episode number 16. Jake, of course, from the Silver After Party, the co-host who likes to fuck old ladies and little kids at the same time. I don't know. It's his work.
60. We call him Mr. 60.
Mr. 60, not 6 to midnight. It's 6 to 60. So check it out. Check us out on there. Definitely, if you're on Apple Podcasts, subscribe to it and give us a 5-star review. It really means a lot. We can follow on Instagram for any updates about audio, new episodes, new guests, all that, at thefauxpod.cast. You want to follow me personally on Instagram at thegreatbrettzky99. So that's all I got this week. Take it away, Mr. APPW.
Well, speaking of APPW, my plugs will be APPW heavy because, as you all know, the beer runs are on hold for now. We got the tripod sessions have returned, so you already know where to find this. But as of last week, we had a special all-women's Queen of the Ring special APPW tournament.
Shout out to the ladies.
During that episode, we had After Party Jake commentate, along with Mangina Fueled, made her commentating debut. Let me be real with you guys. Jake, you know what? I know you're cool and everything, but I don't know if this is a curse of you, but that is the lowest viewed APPW episode of all time.
Oh my God.
So I had to reach out to Mangina Fueled to put out a special promo on her page. I'm telling all of you, if you want to know why what's about to happen is happening, you have to watch the last episode of Dynamite, because it explains why Jake is taking over APPW this week. APPW is going retro, and that is explained due to the results of Queen of the Ring. I apologize if you guys don't like Jake or listening to him talk, but I brought him on to APPW because I thought that would bring the numbers. I was wrong. No offense, Jake. I appreciate you and your time.
Yeah, no, we love Jake. We love Jake.
But
Oh, we don't.
tomorrow's episode, the reason why Jake is bringing retro meat is because of what happened last week. So if you want continuity and you want to know why, check that out. Because I believe tomorrow, Saturday, we're gonna get APPW episode 21 retro meet. It'll be on Still Real After Party's YouTube page instead of mine. You will see classic matches from the classic era of APPW. That's the plugs I'm giving this week.
Time out. So we get the lowest rated APPW show ever, and then you give Jake a whole episode. What is this? What is this? Some WWE shit? How do you get the lowest rated show ever? And that gets this is some AEW ranking shit. So you get the lowest rated show ever, and because of it, you give the man who was on the lowest rated show ever a whole show from the lowest rated ever, lowest watched ever. That's like saying the show that Julius Caesar and the Great Brettzky 99 was on is the highest show ever, and we can never get a show if we had the capability to put one on. But because Jake is the lowest rated show ever, he gets a whole show to do what he wants and puts it on.
Like I said, because of the results of the Queen of the Ring, well, you just have to watch it. Get my numbers up, people. At least bring it up to 15 for Christ's sake, because right now it's the lowest rated APPW episode of all time.
I'm gonna watch it 4 times a night. Doesn't matter. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I tell you, you gotta send a bat signal out. You gotta send a bat. Hey man, this shit is going wrong right now, player.
Fuel to help promote this shit. So
I will go to people's house and just get on their computer, YouTube, and phone, and just, hey man, look, let this shit run for an hour, okay? I just need the views. I can't have this fuckboy take over.
We shall see what Jake did. I know for a fact that Jake did not do commentary.
I gotta make a call
on next week. I mean tomorrow's.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's your today's.
Fuck his mother in the ass twice this time. Twice. No lube. No fucking lube. Yeah. For your boy.
God.
All right, man. Yeah, holla. I'll holla. Yo, get a plane. We need you back next week. Get the flight back. What you mean you're staying there for 3 days? What you mean? She can't be that good in bed. She can't be that good. She ain't got no gag reflex. Oh, all right, man. All right. All right, man. Next week. Next Friday, Saturday, I'll give you a call. All right. How's your boy? I put a call out, brother Quarter.
The final plug I'll give is to the reason why we're all here. This next week coming up, we're going to get the return of the SRAP. So go ahead and flood your questions on Facebook and Instagram. Tell Jake what you thought of his rendition of APPW Retro is.
Sucks.
We shall find out tomorrow.
Spoiler alert.
But thank you again, Ceizar, for hosting. I appreciate it. Brettzky, you take the reins next week.
The Roman Reigns?
Go to hell. Hit the X. Stop recording. Turn the shit off.
Thank you, guys. Thanks to the Mighty 20 for watching. Thank you for listening. And, as always, all hail Alinda's Bush.